Yes, sir. My guy is back on the airwaves. Nah, bro. I be thinking that to myself. It'd be tempting. I'm like, damn, bro. If I was still in DR and how your situation is
Yeah,
working now, I'm like, bro, with me, you, whoever else out there, Victor, bro, we'd be terrorizing, terrorizing them streets, bro. There will be wanted posters up.
my guy, garden scientist. What's up with you, player? How you been? That
Yeah.
joker be he be doing his thing. That joker need to be a personal trainer. I'm about to. Hey, you need to come out here for a couple weeks, dog, so you can train me, dog. I got a empty room for you,
Oh, word, word. You'd be like that, Gordon.
man. That
Oh,
joker be
God,
kicking in.
God, don't listen to Jorge though. If you ain't traded him and Samana, and if you ain't got no biddies with him, good luck catching that man. Good luck catching that man, God. And don't listen to him. You go out there. But what's new with you, bro? Talk to us a little bit what's going on out there in them Dominican Republic streets.
Same old, man. Living the dream, man. Living the dream. This is probably gonna be my last live, player. This is probably gonna be my last live for a minute. So make it count. Whatever question you want to ask me, dog, make it count.
Y'all heard him. Y'all heard him. Speaking of Garden right here. Last line. But why does gotta be besides that, bro? Talk to us a little about DR, because we gonna I get my DR updates, from my sources, and you're one of my sources. So, how's the weather? How's the living? The people? What's new? What's been going on? What's coming
Man,
up?
weather's been nice, Christmas, all that stuff was crazy out here. A lot of everybody at the beach, everybody at the Rios, everybody traveling here. I had endless amount of family here. I had to go to La Romana, I had to go to the capital, I had to go to Cabarete, to Seward area, which I hate going to Zombie Land, dog. You already know I hate going out there, but I had to do it. Had some people in town, so it's been busy. It's been cool, man. I can't complain. Living the dream.
Living the dream. How's
How about
mom's doing
yourself?
out
How's
there?
Brazil?
Living the dream. Living the dream. Can't complain, bro. Christmas was definitely a level down compared to how I've been doing like the past three Christmases in Dominican Republic. But I can't complain because I wanted calm Christmas. But Carnival's coming up, bro, man. Just Carnival starting in February, and just Sunday, they already started like so there's Carnival parties, and then there's pre-Carnival parties. So they
Mm.
already started that shit, bro. So it's just I'm trying to get my stamina up. Drink a lot of water. Just get ready for the storm that's about to come, because it's about to get hectic out here.
Oh, that's what's up. Hey, quick shout out to bless you. Quick shout out to my man Al, man. He definitely blessed me with the cash app for my mother. My mother had a nice time off his money on
Mm,
back on our last live, December 30th. So I appreciate you, my brother. I try to
hey,
reach out to you a different way, but I'm not tech savvy. I couldn't figure it out.
hey, you love to see it, man. Listen, yeah, Jorge took a break off YouTube, but his videos are still up. Y'all want to see what the man
Not for
is doing.
long, probably.
Not for long. Well, y'all want to see what he's been up to in DR, how you can have your life out there. Um, Taking care of his moms. They every day they both living their best life. So his YouTube videos are still up for now, because he spoke like when you're doing YouTube, you a lot of the times you're not really living in the moments of the things that you're recording, and that's
Exactly.
true.
And then not just that, it does honestly, it doesn't really fit my personality in the sense of I do like to help people if they ask me questions and stuff, but I'm more of a like private type of dude. Like if you look on my IG, my Facebook, it's mostly my mom's. You would think it's my mom's stuff, but the only reason I do that is I'm not gonna send pictures to my brother, my sister, my other sister, my other sister, my nephew. You know what I'm saying? So it
Mhm.
makes no sense to do it that way. So I share her experiences. But like I always tell you, my life starts after 9 o'clock. You ain't never gonna see what I be doing. You know?
Batman. I'm telling you, man. Y'all don't know how much this guy is terrorizing the streets. The Dominican probably got their own Batman. So, like you said, after 9 p.m.
I
You
don't know
know,
how people be complaining about. Like, I guess me and you in that travel group, and sometimes you just hear some wild stuff. You know what I mean? But I don't know how people complain. I mean, I guess if you don't like the food, or if you don't like the weather, or sometimes you complain about the infrastructure. But anything else, with most guys travel for, or some guys, a mass majority of guys, man, I don't see how you complain about this country.
definitely the travel groups like the Passport Bros. Shout out to Passport Bros group.
Shout
You
out.
know, whether it be on Facebook, but that group is so entertaining, bro.
Bro, they be all over the place. Like, let me just touch on this real quick, yo. So we're talking about, what is it? Is it their fault or your fault, right? And scams and stuff. Fellas, ladies, let me just give you just one word of advice before we start going in and any of that stuff. If you just met somebody and it's in the hot zone, do not post that person like it's a trophy on any feeds. That
Break
is dangerous.
break down hot zone to us, please. What's a hot zone for
Hot zones
the
is
travelers?
areas like, obviously, Sasua, Clock Tower, places like that. Even, first of all, I ain't posting no chicks. If I don't know you, I don't know you for a while. Yo, I've damn near had a fiance and I never posted her. So, but it's like, nah,
Mm.
I'm joking out. But don't do it unless you're strategically doing it. Like, all right, I'm gonna post her picture to see what's up so I can nip it in the bud real quick. Hey, if that's your strategy, I ain't got no problem with that. But if that's your strategy, don't get mad when dudes pop up saying that they know the joint. That is crazy to me. Why would you post it? Why would you post it if you're gonna get mad when, bro? You should have seen the. Did you see the last conversation? Man, they was going in on that
If
dude.
y'all don't know what we're talking about, if you're a traveler or expat, you guys need to join the
Jesus
Passport
Christ.
Bros group on Facebook. But first off, my apologies, guests. What's up, everybody? Good evening. It's your boy Chop Up right here on Top About TV. I got my brother from another Jorge coming to us live from Santiago, Dominican Republic, aka one of them hot zones.
Yeah.
you know, and tonight, he I was talking to Jorge like a few weeks ago. It's like, yo, do you see all this stuff going on the internet and all this like brokenheartedness and people losing money and people getting deleted, like with the Colombian DJ in Colombia, right?
Man, that's
Wait, yeah,
unfortunate, yo.
we're gonna get into a lot of that tonight. But yo, make sure y'all like this video. Thumbs up, drop a comment. Somebody say good evening, please. I got about like 10 in the chat right now. So I want to see some likes. I want to see some good evening, some what's ups, super chats, cash apps. Talk to us. Share this with your friends. Anybody who's part of that Passport Bro community, who wants to be part of that community. Expats also, because expats go through this also. Anybody who's living overseas full time, share this. Let's get the word out. But y'all already know how we do. And how we do. Let's see how we gonna start the video. Let's go. Yeah, man.
But yeah, they was going in on the dude. He going first of all.
So wait, start your story from the beginning. What's going on, right? So
It's a travel group. So
right.
basically, you already know. I'm just saying, if you're gonna post a picture of somebody on any social media, any platform that you just met while you're traveling, you feel special. You in a good mood. You got that vibe from her. Don't do it. Gather yourself first. Sit down and ask yourself, Does this make sense? Does this make sense? So a brother posted a check. Oh, I got I don't know if he said queen or I got this joint, she's solid or something like that. You know how brothers be talking. So
Where was she from?
From Cartagena.
Woo-wee.
But I'm going to tell you, that, you know me, dog. You know what I be liking. That joker was a stallion, dog. I'm talking about she was built right and pretty. So I knew that jump was gonna go bad. So I'm just flipping through the comments and shit. Man, you got all these brothers. Oh man, congratulations. You found your queen, you found a piece, you found this, you found that. And then the whole damn thing came to shambles. Something said, one dude was like, yo, she's cool peoples. So then the dude, I guess he was like, what you talking about? You don't know her like that. Why? I mean, you trying to say something? And then the dude was like, yo, enjoy your vacation, man. She cool peoples, her and her whole crew, or some wild shit like that. Bro, this dude got so mad. So hopefully his vacation is over. Hopefully he wasn't one of these dudes that get the drink for the whole week or whatever. You know, you just never know. Anyway, long story short, them jokers arguing, fighting, damn near, hey, meet me at such and such so that we can, you know what I'm saying, we can see hands and shit. I'm like, bro, how do you go from leaving the Matrix, getting the money, putting in leave, doing all this shit, making all the accommodations till you want to fight somebody over a chick that you just met in another country? Jokers is wild. So long, yo, then when they argue and the dude was like, man, why another dude pops up and like, yo, why you so mad? Are you trying, you post her like if you wanted to see if she's for the streets or she for you, right? Man, the dude was like, why don't you mind your business? Boom. The next post, he posted the same joint, the chick in the pool with him and shit. Then after that, somebody else posted the same chick sitting down at dinner with him. Oh my God.
Why are these travel groups so petty?
Yo, they was going in. But honestly, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I don't think that a lot of people want to know the truth, yo. If you want to live your fantasy, if you want to live whatever, do your thing, but do your thing by yourself. You know what I'm saying?
You know, they don't want to know the truth because in the passport bros society, and I don't even want to call these people passport bros to disrespect, not disrespect, but it's something major when people do what you do or what I do, what Dre do or Russ do. Like you just get up and you pack up and you're living in another country full time, right? We've seen some success stories coming out of that group. Like just today, seen dude post his wife from Japan 10 years together, wife's a bombshell. You know, all these other countries, dudes like, yeah, I've been married to this, Filipina, Thailand, 10 years. Dude's been doing this low key, and dudes and guys are doing this without the internet. So shout out to everybody who's doing their thing and don't gotta post online, right? About it. Don't gotta post online, be like, hey guys, look how happy I am.
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, dog. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I come from a different cloth. Me personally, I want to know the hard truth. I've had to deal with the hard truth all my damn life. You know what I'm saying? So me personally, if I was serious with a joint and I was about to make that leap and that jump, I'm gonna throw it out there. And then whatever comes back, I will evaluate and filter through. You know what I'm saying? But me personally, I would throw it out there. That's just me.
Shout out to my guy Teddy KGB for first super chat of the night.
What's up, Teddy?
Yo, Teddy, you gotta pull up to Brazil for Carnival, bro. Yeah, don't be shy with the cash apps. Don't be shy with the super chats. Let me put up Jorge's cash app up here also. But yeah, man, yo, going back to
long story short, man, don't do that shit, yo. If you're not ready for the heat that's gonna come, don't be posting no chicks that you just met, man. That's crazy. So that's on him, yo. That was damn on him.
You know my situation. I've had a passport bro running
Hold up.
In the,
Before you do that, yo, play that video so we can
oh,
like hold on. There's a couple things that we're gonna clear out, right? So we're not talking about the joints that is in
dudes
school
post. No, no.
grabbing you. We're not talking about the joints that's in clock tower grabbing you and this and that. This conversation is not for this. If
We
you
going
have not figured that part out, you can't even be helped. You like the dude that was on the live with us a few months back in Colombia where he was like, nah, man, shit, I don't care, man. I'm doing my thing. I don't care if she's doing her thing. When people were saying that, yo, she's doing her thing because X, Y, and Z. My man, that is a stupid mentality. I don't care how much money you have. And I'm glad that I sent you this today because most people, what a lot of dudes is going to do to justify their stupidity, instead of accepting it, okay, I got caught slipping. Jorge's been caught slipping. Chopper, you've been caught slipping. Everybody has been caught slipping. These jokers are professionals at catching a depressed. That's what V be like, yo, they catch you while you're depressed, Jorge. They catch you while you're depressed.
So I'm gonna ask you the question, right?
So this conversation is not for them to like, them sewer joints that grab you. This is not for that. This is for dudes that genuinely want to find a relationship. This is for dudes that don't know better, but want to do better. This is for dudes that understand, like, yo, that don't have the mentality, oh, I have it, so it doesn't matter. Oh, like the dude in Colombia, he like, oh, it doesn't matter because I'm doing my thing in the States and she could do her thing. Bro, okay, I'm cool with that. But why are you sending her a monthly payment then? Why are you sending her $400-500 a month? That is stupid.
So I gotta, since you're here, and I want to ask everybody that's watching now: is it a scam what guys are going through, or is it stupidity?
Honestly, this is what I say. I don't believe it's a scam, bro. I got 2 bad joints that live in my building, and at first I did think it was a scam. To be honest with you, I was like, yo, y'all scamming. But when they break it down, and hopefully I can break it down the way they break it down. So this isn't me talking. This is women that's in the game. One is a full-time nurse for 8 years, and one does real estate. Right? She does real estate. Then her homegirl, actually, we can call 3. Remember the joint that I got from the bank? Her homegirl is a bank manager. Chopper, I sent it to Chopper. You seen it, right? So, okay. It is not a scam, yo. It's our stupidity. Because they break it down. The way they broke it down to me, them 2 women broke it down to me, it is wild and it makes sense. See, I'm a dude that I don't have to learn always from my mistakes. If I see somebody or somebody tell me something that makes halfway sense, I do the research. And then I go from there. But some people, they just like, no, you're wrong. This and that. Okay, whatever. Go ahead, yo.
Yeah, so Teddy answered the question with a super chat. Thank you, Teddy. He says it's unresolved trauma and lack of clarity.
Yes. Yes. It's absolute. And the number one thing that a man needs to do, or woman, because women come over here and do it too, and women go to Brazil, and you have to understand what you're looking for. My man Javier, my neighbor Javier, what's up, Javier?
What it do? He had 4 now, right? He didn't go to 6.
Hey, his wife gonna be like, man, they don't got nothing to do, better to do. Hey, look, and my boy Javier is Dominican, so a lot of people gonna be like, oh, Jorge don't know what he's talking about. I'm Dominican, bro. I've been living here for over 2 years. Trust me. You see how I be moving, Chopper. So I have a little bit experience, not a lot, just a little bit. But go ahead, yo.
What's good, Javier? Yo, Javier, if you wanna hop in here tonight, Javier, you're more free to hit me up. I'll say the link. But yeah, scam versus stupidity, right? We could say it's a scam. Like, yeah, I was talking to this girl, met her online, and I thought everything was great. I thought she was all about me. I was paying the bills. I was doing this, doing that, put the kid through school, blah, 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 yada, yada. Come to find out what? Either A, she's a choppy. Two, you know she was a choppy. You try to change her, right? You try to paint a zebra into a stallion.
Yes, sir. Hey, go ahead.
Or C, like you said, like you guys are going to these other places with trauma, no clarity, depression, blah blah. And let's not get it wrong. We're not gonna defend the people y'all come across, but these are vultures.
Bro.
What do vultures do? They see a dead body, they're gonna pick at it.
And it's not just that too. So yes, there's a lot of that, trauma, depression, this and that. Okay, I got it. But also it is not being ignorant, not being well informed, not taking your time. We've all blown through red flags. Just take time. I tell everybody, time is your best friend. There's nothing that beats time in any of these countries. Can't no choppy, can't no chick that has, some type of degree in working men or whatever beat time. With time, if you play the time correctly. But Chopper, play the video. So for the guys that be like, man, I ain't tripping. Like the dude in Colombia, I ain't tripping because it's only $300. I'm not tripping because one dude told me, shit, G, I only send 600. That ain't nothing to me. I'm like, what? You only send 600? One of my neighbors, she get $1,200 on the first of the month. She been getting that shit for 2 years, she showed me. 2 years, $1,200. And that's just from her main dude. Then she got 2 side dudes that send her bread. She make before
Bro, that's nuts.
Bro,
That's nuts.
Before she leaves her house, she makes in a month $2,500 before she even start trying. Minimum. That's what she told. Bro, but go ahead, play the video. So that's for these. I want y'all to listen to LL and to Mike Tyson. If you don't got LL money and Mike Tyson money, listen.
Bro, that's more than what doctors make in the vinegar pipe. But yo, shout out to AC for the super chat. Says 1,000% stupidity. Listen, y'all coming in here like the video, but drop a comment. Let me know. Let me and Jorge know what you guys think. Is it a scam or stupidity when these long distance or dated app relationships go wrong when it's all circled around money? But let me share this video. Video number 1. Yeah, we got which one was it?
Listen closely.
I think this is the first one, right?
I think a man needs to be on his purpose.
No, that's the second one.
You got to be on your mission. Your mission got to be first, and your purpose got to be first. You know what I'm saying? And you can't put anything in front of your mission and your purpose and your dreams. And you can't,
So it's the other one.
This is real important, yo. When you finding somebody or when you looking, you have to understand what you're looking for. Because what you're looking for is going to determine how you need to move. That is, I don't understand. You can't treat one situation like the other. You can't do it. Now, if you just looking to have fun, you just want to have a good time, the money, yes, it works. It works wonders. It works miracles. You will have a great time depending on how thick your wallet is. No problem.
Hold on. Oh, let's get some comments. Richard's Method, what's going on, bro? He said, all I have to say about the Lee with the wallet crew is she's got your money and you got lotion. Dudes miles away supporting other men's kids. That I don't understand that for the life of me, bro. For the life of me. And I don't even want to put y'all, but I know there's some of y'all watching this video and y'all like, yeah, that was me.
All of it. Oh, to be honest with you, when you first start traveling, yo, you can't tell me. You cannot tell me. It happens to everybody. But it's like I said, when you know
fat hell when I first started traveling.
When you know better, you do better. That's all. It happens to all of us. Bro, sometimes you be seeing Amazon chicks. You be like, God damn. He say that sweet nothing in your ear and grab you by, bro, do backflips on you. You like, what the? And then still got the energy to clip your toenails and fucking make you a sandwich. And then she bring you motherfucking a shake. And then she like, yo, get in the shower, let me wipe you down type shit. Bro, that you be like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
You coming from the States where you put in work and you like, man, all right, you can go home. You know what I'm saying? And then these jokers just take it to another level sometimes. So it happens, young. And then, like Teddy said, compound that with you're depressed when she caught you at the right time. Compound that with you just don't know better. Bro, you make a whole damn movie in your motherfucking brain. Like you did the beginning, middle, and with the end gonna be like, yo, we're gonna get married. I'm bringing her to the States. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. It happens. It happens, dog.
Yo, tell me, I'm glad Javier said this. Make sure y'all pay attention to Javier's comment. I want y'all to I wish I could highlight where he said the nail tech. This is where they come from all types of places. So y'all be the first dudes be like, oh, she got a job. She ain't in the street. She ain't trapping. She's a nail tech. She's a baker. It don't matter where she's
a realtor. She's a fucking nurse.
It don't matter. It don't matter. All it matters is whether she trapping with an AC or without.
No bullshit. In a tin roof or in a nice penthouse or a nice apartment.
Yo,
but go ahead, play the video, yo.
Thank you, Javier, for that.
Javier, damn fool, yo.
Jeez Louise. Which one is it?
I think a man.
Nah, this one.
Facing a woman and showing up on that doorstep and having flowers and shit and violins and all that shit, you're killing yourself. Yeah. The relationship is not gonna last. The reality is, when you buy your way in and you become a provider and you just become like you represent provision, that's not the same as being sexually stimulated. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like representing provision and just being a guy, yo, I'm gonna buy you a bunch of shit. Yo, that's weak. See, guys that use money to sustain their relationships and use money to get their way in. That was me. That's weakness. It's weak because you don't believe in you enough. You trying to use money. Yeah, see what I'm saying? You gotta be you. The money is an exclamation mark. The money makes you more of whatever you already are, but you gotta bring something to the table. Look, no woman.
Yo, we have to play that.
Is an exclamation point of who you are.
Yo, bro, I think we have to break this video down like bit by bit. So we gonna stop this, right?
No. So this does not apply if you are having fun. The number one thing people always ask me is, hey man, can you find a good girl in DR? Yes, I've had a couple drinks. Yes, you can find a good chick that don't ask you for money. Now, like my boy Teddy, he a doctor. He broke this down to me. He was like, George, you got like a damn algorithm. Okay. Like my neighbor says, some people are not going to understand that video, right, Chava? So I'm going to say it this way. We have all worked a job that we fucking hate. Right?
Yep.
Have you worked the job that you hated?
Hell yeah.
I'm pretty sure people watching right now has worked a job that they fucking hated. Okay.
Or still hate.
Or still hate, exactly. My neighbor she's a woman, and she broke it down like this. This is how you know. You work a job that you fucking hate. Why did you work that job? Why did you continue working that job? Chuck.
For the money?
For the fucking money. We didn't even talk about this before. I've never said this to you because I was talking about this with her yesterday. Why do people work jobs that they fucking hate?
For the money.
For the money.
But for the pizza parties.
But when you talk to a joker about a chick, he want to get in his feelings. I had a dude hit me up in Instagram. Oh, you think you know everything? This, and I said, brother, I'm not even. You hit me up, asking me questions. You work a job that you hate or dislike for the money. Now, if the money stops, would you continue going to that same job?
No.
You will not go to the job. So now let the job be the woman. If she is doing the shit, yes, she's answering your calls. She's sending you texts. She's video chatting you all the time. She's doing, you are her damn job once you start opening that wallet. You are the job. Now, Chop, the job that you fucking hate, right? You work that job, you get the check. When you get out of work, you cussing them out, like you telling your homegirls, man, fuck that job. I can't wait till I get something else. What happens when you get a better job offer?
You go to that job.
You go to the new job. Do you give a damn about anything that old job did for you? Or do you give a damn about anything that old job have to say?
No, sir.
You go to the new job. I don't understand why people don't like some dudes can't understand that part. Nah, but she calls me every day. She texts me. She's on the phone with me. She's this and that. You are her job. If you want to see if that shit is real, stop paying her a check. Let's see if she shows up to the job for another 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. Would you show up to a job that you do not fucking like if they're not paying you?
Nah.
And this was a woman that told me this.
It's not charity.
Shit. So I was like, you know what? I've never thought about it that way. But you're 100% right. You are 100% right. So that's why that video is so damn important. We're not talking about the people that just want to go somewhere and have a good time. If you want to go have a good time, hey, however far your wallet can take you, that's cool. But if you're talking about you want to be in a relationship, you want to find a good chick, you want to do this, there's certain ways you have to date and filter through the bullshit. Go ahead, Chuck.
So there's a few comments that caught my attention, yeah, and I'm gonna drop the StreamYard link. You know, I want somebody to come up here and be honest at one time where you went through your own scam versus stupidity situations. Because I'm gonna share mine. Yo, like I said, I took my L when I first started traveling, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? That was the fastest L I ever learned from.
Yeah.
Ever.
Bro, but you know what a lot of people do? They'll just throw more money at it. Fuck it, nah. If I throw more money at it, she'll act right. Bro, that shit ain't gonna happen.
Bro, people think we just sitting up here talking out our ass. Bro, we are living this. The countries that people are trying to frequent to and fly to and take vacation days to, we are living this and we see it firsthand. Firsthand what's going on. Y'all messing up.
You know what's the new thing now?
I would say it could be scams, you know, with the way some of these women go about things like, hey, you know, I need help for this, or my leg's about to fall out, or my grandma got kicked by a goat or something. But
I mean, let me just say this. How do most expats or people that want to be expat meet women? Which I think it's a no-go if you're looking for the right kind of chick, or you need to vet correctly. So we already talked about cut the money off. Let's see if it's real. You like her so much, cut the money off. I had a joker tell me the other day I was talking to, he was like, yeah, man, I understand that makes sense, but I've already been helping her for so long, and then it'd be fucked up if I just stop helping her. I'm like, what? How? So you can't go through an emergency? You can't get laid off work like a lot of people got laid off with COVID? Somebody can't get sick in your family and you have to reallocate that money? Or why do you even have to give somebody an explanation of why you can't help them with your money no more when they not your wife, you ain't got no kids with them, you ain't, what the fuck I look like giving somebody extra, hey, I can't help you no more. Now, I'm not saying be petty like I told him. You in that situation, I would give her the heads up. Look, hey, babe, I got you in February, but shit about to change come March because I got these things going on. I'm not saying her bills is due tomorrow and you like, oh, I ain't got nothing for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's messed up. At least give the damn heads up. But he like, oh, so I feel messed up. I'm like, what? So if she get mad because you don't send her a check, she ain't like you anyway. But anyway, right?
Okay.
So people be paying for bills. Like, hey, the dude in the travel group was talking about, hey man, what advice do y'all give for long distance relationships? What? Oh God! Wow, bro. What advice?
I'm telling you,
That's like the new thing in travel groups. Long people want to be in like long distance relationships. Yo, there's no fucking chance, y'all. There's no chance. Now,
so you say for people who want to be in long distance relationships, to be in a long distance relationship, you're better off just either retiring, quitting your job, working fully remote, and you go be in that place of the person you want to be in a relationship with. Would you suggest that?
No. I'm gonna tell you, in my opinion, not that my opinion matters. If it were me, if I was in a long distance relationship, it would be like this. Number one, I will ask myself, when am I planning to move to this country? I talked to this one dude the other day, right?
Wait, they like to import too.
This Bama is 40 years old or 41 years old, some shit like that. He met a chick. I think I already told you. I'm gonna say it this way so it's not hot.
Hold on. We gotta save the story time, bro. Save the story.
No. That's what I'm saying. So he's 41 years old, right? He's not ready to retire. He's not ready to retire. What are you doing meeting a chick in another country, paying her bills, doing this, doing that? That doesn't make any sense. Now, if you're almost about to retire, what your boy did makes sense to me. What your boy did, he got a chick in Brazil. I don't know if you can share, but he got a chick in Brazil. He stays at her crib. He visits Brazil every single month.
Right.
When he's there every single month, he's there for 2 weeks at a time. He stays in her apartment.
Uses her car.
Exactly. He uses her car. That makes sense. I'm okay with sending that chick because I'm seeing her every month. I'm staying in her apartment for 2 weeks at a time, and I'm driving her car, right? But if I'm only traveling to a spot every other month, every 3 months, I know dudes that send money that come every 4 or 5 months. What are you doing? What you trying? You paying her to save you a spot? Because that's all you really doing. You paying her to save you a spot. But even that is stupid because it's like stocks. He who has more shares has more power, right? So what if she got another dude you sending, let's just say 300, and she got another dude sending her 600? Who has seniority in that? You know what I'm saying? So I'm not even doing that. If you are not in that country every month, or if the numbers don't add up. So my man, when I say the numbers to add up, if my man's going every month, right? Your boy going every month, and he had to rent a car, what would it cost him? It'll probably cost him a couple hundred, right?
Right.
Okay, so that's a couple hundred. If he had to rent an Airbnb, what would it cost him? A couple hundred, right?
Yeah.
So let's just say 600 for 2 weeks every time he go, right? Then he would have to have entertainment too. That would cost him some money too, right? So a joker like me, I'm gonna be like, all right, bet I'm gonna have to pay for an Airbnb. Now I don't have to pay for that for her. I mean, I don't have to pay the Airbnb. I saved a couple hundred. Now I had to pay for a car. She letting me drive her car. I'm gonna save a couple hundred. Then I was gonna have to do entertainment. Shorty pretty cool. I like spending time with her. So now I'm not gonna have to pay for entertainment. That's 3 savings, right? So guess what? I don't mind kicking that chick If I'm saving $1,000 every month, I don't mind kicking that chick 300-400. It makes sense because George is still saving $700 to $600 a month.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing that because he's going over there for business as well. He's not just going over there for entertainment, because that's a whole nother beast. When you just traveling to see these people, all that money's coming out of your pocket. I guarantee they not no money coming out of their pocket. So anyway, that long distance joint, you got to make sure that the numbers stay up. Me personally, the way I would do it is, okay, I met somebody I like. How you doing? No problem. When I come into town, you bring them a gift. That's what most people do. You bring them a gift. She cool peoples. You getting to know her. Blah. When I come into town, I obviously take care of all of our expenses, because I'm not gonna have somebody, even if she's a lawyer, doctor, anything, she don't make that much compared to what I make. So I take care of all the bills once I'm there. But guess what don't happen? Jorge is never gonna send you a monthly retainer fee. Never gonna send you money to hold my spot or nothing like that. And then you will notice, is this a relationship you want to pursue? And that's only if you're about to retire in that country. If you're not about to retire, what sense does it make? Because if you ask most dudes, they're gonna say, hey, would you bring her back to the States? Most guys are gonna be like, no, I'm not gonna bring her back to the States. So what are you doing then? What are you doing?
Someone said in the comments that's timeshare cookie.
Yeah.
You pay for a timeshare. But speaking of comments, right? So what Javier said here is that it's getting harder to break Americans, and Rich is like, the videos are working. I hope the videos are working.
Yeah.
I hope so, because if it's getting harder to break Americans out there, I hope so, because there's still them stories where it goes like, bro, it's still them stories, right? I'm gonna tell you a true love story, based out of the Dominican Republic or Colombia, wherever. Hola. Okay, send me your bank account information and how much should I send? The end.
Oh, it'd be like that too, yo.
That's the story right there.
That's another thing they was arguing about today. The Jugger said today was, what's the best apps to date online when you're overseas? Bro, no apps. How about that?
That's a good. I want to bring that a point. Hold that point. Ricky Powell, what's up, Ricky Powell? He says, I heard about a girl in China a few years back. I think it was who received the latest iPhone from over 100 people she was playing games with. At that time, I realized it had to be stupidity.
It's stupid. He 100% right.
Shout out to Rich's Mention. Make sure you guys go check out his channel. Dudes should not be trying to payroll love in the first freaking place. And most of the times, dudes start out saying it's just for fun, then fall for the pros. It's always the pros.
Bro, you should never. This is what a professional, not the pro that's grabbing your nuts when you walking down the strip. I'm talking about a professional, beautiful, professional, educated. Because that's another thing. People don't understand the difference, like the definition of pro. Let's break that down too. So a pro, yes, we all know the ones that go out every day to do their thing, blah, blah, blah. But what if she has 2 or 3 guys helping her out, or 1 or 2 guys helping her out? Is she a pro? I don't know. It depends on what you want to call a pro.
Okay,
I say yes.
So now is that, if you're in that situation where you're talking to someone, you think you're helping them out, is that you going through a scam, or is that still based off your stupidity?
Stupidity, bro. Us thing as Americans, we are arrogant. I'm gonna tell you what, like a lot of dudes think that they coming here or going to Brazil or going to Colombia and there's somebody saving grace. Bro, she was fine before you. She was eating before you. She was cool before you. During, she might live better, but after, she will be fine after you. You are not saving no Great. 9 out of 10 times, they don't even give a damn about the restaurants you taking them to. They don't give a damn about the resort. They don't give a damn about the the boats you rent, the villas you rent, the damn jet skis and all that shit. They don't care about that shit. If it don't go into their pocket and you didn't buy it for them in their name, they don't care. They just playing their part so that hopefully when you part ways, they're better off than what they were.
Yo, so funny thing you mentioned where somebody asks, "What's the best dating sites to meet?"
None of them.
Yo, I went out with a girl here in Sao Paulo for the first time last week, and she told me she was like, "Yo, I like the traditional way of meeting people." She's like, "Yo, I want somebody to come and talk to me in the street and ask me for my number, and if I like them, I'll give it to them." Like, you know,
Yeah.
like people don't want to hide behind data apps. This is here, bros. Groups, I mean, boots on the ground, right? And like Ricky said right here, he said you can't buy love. Some people have their lovers in nice apartments. I love that he said this comment. They have their lovers in nice apartments, riding some of the nicest rides. I love that he said that. I know you got a lot, and the lady still hanging out with her BF and the chemistry she's with. And let's be honest, fellas, we're gonna be honest. Most of the times, it ain't even the national BF. Most of the times, it's the expat BF or the expat friend. Why do I say that? Because you're talking to a gentleman who has lived it, still living it, right? Let me keep this comment up. What y'all doing, right? So I'm gonna put this on the stupidity side because this isn't the scam side. Because I've spoken to a lot of people, bro, who have just checked off everything on the stupid list, right? Not to disrespect people say that they're stupid, but y'all do stupid things, right? Latest one is someone goes to DR and rent out an entire apartment for a female. What's their logic behind that? Oh yeah, you know, so when I go, I'll have some place to stay. Okay. He's renting out the apartment, furnished it, paying all the utilities, yada yada, whatever. Now comes Christmas time. You already know December is busy in Latin American countries. Bro, what this is true story, bro. I think I spoke to this person like December, January. True story, bro. What do you think happened when it was time for him to go down there for Christmas?
She probably cut him off.
Nope. She didn't cut him off. She hit him with the "you gonna have to get an Airbnb."
After he furnished. Stupid.
And he's like, "Why I gotta get an Airbnb?" She's like, "Oh, because you know, there's not a lot of room in the apartment, and my sister is coming to stay over."
Man. Bro.
And I told her, I'm like, yo, you already know it ain't her sister staying over. That's the novio
Yeah.
over there, right? So, and it's not the first situation, bro. Like, you know, I got one of my boys, and he did the shit a few years back, furnished an apartment with a girl he's talking to for like 2 years. And then one day called the cops, be like, "Yo, I don't know who this gringo is in my apartment. Get him out." Meanwhile, whole thing in his name.
Damn. Yo, but it be us, man. I know a dude, he met a chick 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, boom. He met her on Tinder. 2 weeks later, he out here chilling, you know, stayed for a couple days. Soon as he touched back in the States, he already telling the joint, "Oh, I'm a help you out with all the bills, this and that, that and that." The joke about to come back 3 weeks later and help her get a car so she can do, you know, Uber and shit. I'm like, yo, how in the hell do you just meet somebody? You fly out, okay, that's cool. You bring a gift, okay, that's cool. You take care of everything, that's cool. But how do you put in your brain that just as soon as you meet somebody for a month, you want to start paying their bills or helping them out financially? That And look, brothers, everybody has the right to spend the money the way they want to spend it. And that's cool. But look, if you got it, that's cool. Look what LL said. Once you open that door, it's hard to come back. So this is why I say, and the key point of this conversation isn't to say you shouldn't give a woman money. You should.
Hold on.
How you want to, what are you trying to get out of that?
Time out. I need you to go backwards a little bit and talk to me about this timeline. What's good, Dre?
What's up, family?
What's
How you
up,
doing,
Dre?
bro?
How you feeling?
Doing pretty good.
Hey, you seen the that was in your part of town. Did you see the last post that the dude posted, chick in Cartagena?
No, I didn't get a chance to see it. I will listen to you tell your story about you guys talk about the guys with the rental apartments and everything.
Oh yeah, man, they was killing him.
Wait, you got to repeat the story for Dre. Hold your thought. All right. So I need this. I need this timeline because this timeline sounds a little bit crazy. So, guy meets girl on Tinder.
Guy meets girl on app. This is crazy. Okay. All apps, Dre. I don't know how you feel about it, but I feel like if you're looking for a chick, like not a joint that you're just trying to beat down real quick, nothing real quick like that. You're looking for a chick. Them Tinder apps, the Bumble apps, them Badu apps, those are a no in these countries. Yo, Dre, they take it like a real job, those things, those apps.
They do.
And I'm going to tell you why I'd say that they take it like a real job. And a lot of guys need to understand this, that you don't travel or you're not in these other countries. If the electric bill goes up 200-300 pesos in 1 month, 200-300 pesos in 1 month, them jokers is ready to riot. If the rice, plantain, or anything goes up 30 pesos, them jokers is ready to riot. Now, those apps, they don't get the free apps. They pay for the paid subscription app. Sometimes it's like $25 a month. Why do y'all think that? Because it is an investment. It's an investment. What do you think they're investing in? Catching the next dumb American. So it's like using LinkedIn. Like the girl was telling me, she was like, yo, George, it's like using LinkedIn. We're going to pay for that, or we're going to pay for.
She said LinkedIn, bro.
We're going to pay for a service that can get us out there, get the applications out there. Boom. Then when they get the hit, our dumbasses, well, not my, I mean, I do it too.
I see where you're coming from.
Different reasons. So when they get the hit, swipe to the right. They got an application. They sit there and they be like, oh, he looks pretty decent. He looks pretty nice. All right, we'll take his application. We'll take his application. We'll take his application. That's why they pay for the paid service. Then once they get the application, it's time to interview, she said. It's time to interview. So guess what she do now? She start writing, hey, how are you doing? Are you from here? No? Fantastic. You know why it's fantastic? Because they like long distance relationships. Why do they like long distance relationships? Because you're most likely, if they can get you the job of sending them money, all they have to do is be on the phone with you, texting you and calling you, and that's it. How many times the average dude gonna be able to, a dude that's working, let's just say a guy that's working a 9 to 5, honestly, average guy, how many times are you gonna be able to visit Colombia, Brazil, or DR?
That's maybe 4 times a year. Maybe if you stretch it, maybe 4 times a year.
And depending on how much money you're making too, you know what I'm saying? Depending on what your bills is, and then how much leave, that's crazy. 4 times a year. So if they can get you to send them 2, 3, it's jokers out here sending $600 to $1,000 a month. My neighbor get $1,200 a month. She showed me for the last 2 years from one dude. And he only comes here about 5 times a year for about 4 days. She said, George, I answer all his phone calls. Every single one of them. When he comes to town, he stays like, come on, yo. I don't understand how people do it.
Hold on. Let me get to these super chats. Shout out to Teddy KGB. He says, no matter how much you invest, you'll never be a true priority. Your interests and goals will always be secondary to their family and cultures. And we get us some game time. Hell yeah, we get us some game time, bro. We got Phil Jackson, Jorge. We got Coach Dre from Colombia. Dre, you looking like real 8K-ish right now, man. I don't know what camera you got.
Hey, Dre, I just want you to hear this one thing that she said because it was amazing to me. So she broke that, the LinkedIn, she broke the application, she broke down the once you get the job, if you can get the Joker, now it's her job to call him. It's her job to text him. It's her job to pick him up at the airport, depending on how much money it's her job to put him in an Airbnb. Guess what? She has 3 in our complex. So it's her job to put him in one of those that he thinks he paying somebody else. Guess how many cars she got? She got 2 cars. It's her job to get the rental. She tells him, hey, I'm gonna get the rental and stuff, but it's gonna be this much. So she making money all the way around. So this is what she said. And I said it earlier. She was like, yo, if so many people work a job that they hate, I don't understand why you can't understand this. So many people work a job that they hate. And guess what? They show up to the job every day. Why do they show up to the job every day? Because they're getting a check. And then she said, would they show up to that job if they weren't getting the check? And the answer is no. Nobody's going to show up to a job that they fucking hate if they don't get a check.
Correct.
Then she said, if a better job comes, what do you do if it's a better opportunity? You out of there. These jokers.
So, Jorge, I want you to retell the Cartagena story for Dre, and then we're gonna play that LL video again. And then Dre, I want you to talk about some of the scam versus stupidity moments you have come across from other traveling men your time in Colombia. But back to this timeline, Jorge, right? So guy meets girl on app. 2 weeks later, 2 weeks later, guy flies out to country of said girl.
Yeah.
Spends time with her, maybe like what, a weekend?
A couple of days. Spend a couple of days with her.
Couple of days, not even a week. Okay. Write that down. Couple of days. Goes back home.
Yes.
So I want to say maybe about
4 weeks total.
17 days in total of knowing this person.
Okay.
Goes back home, decides, hey, I'm going to give you a cash allowance of $500 a month. And then when I come back in February, I'm going to get you a car.
That's
why is he getting her?
You know why? Because guess why? Because she's a nice girl. That's what people say. Everybody on them apps is looking for a steady relationship. Yo, every joint that she swipe, unless she got her ass out and she is clearly out there just like, yo, I just want the money now. I want the money now. Every chick on a dating app is going to say, I'm looking for a steady relationship. Or they're into the church. Or they're into this. They tell you everything you want to hear. And it's not like back home, yo. Yes, they can have a job. But a job working at a retail store here only paying you like $300. Or the new thing that I've seen them hit with a lot of dudes with, they tell you commission jobs. You know why?
Right.
Because they either have an online store, they sell products, they do Airbnb rentals, they do any shit like that, where dudes are hip to tracking the money now. You hear that so much. If you follow the money, if a chick make $500 a month and she live in a $1,500 lifestyle, that's gonna blow red flags like crazy. But if she has a job that she tells you online store, she's doing this, she's doing that, you can't track that. You can't track that.
Correct.
Right?
Right. That's
smart.
True.
It's actually smart.
You're not even in that country to track it.
How you gonna know? Exactly. So, oh my God.
So wait, tell them about the fiasco now that went down in the Passport Bros group. Very entertaining group, by the way. If you guys don't know that you're a traveler or you're expat, some gems do get dropped in there. Some great success stories get dropped in there. But other than that, it'd be a hold down hooting Annie
Oh nah, the dude just
going on in there.
he posted a chick that he just met in Cartagena, yo, and then like the post was like, "Yo, I just met my queen" or some shit like that. And then you already know how that went, Dre. You already know how that went.
Left fast.
But yeah, man, I don't. Me personally, I tell people, Dre. I know. I mean, I don't know if you agree or not. I always tell people when you come into these countries, you got to understand. You got to know what you want to do. If you're just trying to have fun, have a good time, yes, Tinder is great. Badu is great. Bumble is great. I can't. Everything on them James is most likely on go time. Like I've had great success stories on it. But if you're coming here to find a relationship, you can't go that route. You can't go, in my opinion. I don't think you should go that route.
I think that there are certain apps out there that are decent apps, but I have to agree with you. Most apps and most individuals that use the apps use them unwisely. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. Some dudes go on Colombian Cupid. I mentioned this before. They go on Colombian Cupid or Dominican Cupid, and they tell themselves, you know what, I'm going to use the advanced setting. I'm going to get good girl. And psychologically, they're sincere about it until they see the section in Columbia Cupid that says beauties of the week. And then they everything that they sincerely meant that they were going to look for the good girl. They see the beauties of the week, and then they emailing the beauties of the week, and then they wonder why they don't, they can't hold on to or meet somebody that's decent, and they want to. This is the funny part. They love to blame a country for their decisions. Man, I can't deal with DR, man. No DR women, blah, 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 blah. I can't deal with Brazil. Brazil women, blah, 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 blah. Venezuelan women, Colombian. They want to blame a whole country, not willing to admit that the three areas that got them caught up was this: the American ego, the American fears, the American dreams. Your American ego, like Jorge was just saying earlier, you can't tell American nothing. We so hard-headed. We so egotistical. We just think we know everything when it comes to our country and other countries, and we don't know nothing. The American fears. We've been programmed as Americans to be scared of everything. In other words, FOMO, fear of missing out. Man, if I don't hit her up, the next man gonna hit her up. If I don't spend that money, the next man goes. We always walk in fears in these other countries. Y'all, we so scared to tell this one chick no and let her go about her business and look for the one that we really supposed to be with. Exactly. Then it's the American dream. Well, Andre with Love Crossing Borders did it. I can do it too. And so they don't realize, what travel or journey Andre and I got to this point. They just want to just add water and just be like, I could do what they did too. And so they have that American dream, keeping up with the Joneses. And I see it. And they take those three mindsets, the fear, the ego, and the dream, and they take it to every country or every group of women, and it doesn't work out. And they do just like you guys said. They give the ladies the 3 C's: cars, cash, and comforts. Whether it be an apartment, whether it be a vehicle, whether it be money for a vehicle, or whether it be just straight cash. And these guys really think because it doesn't cost as much as it does in the States. Well, renting DR for her is only $200 a month. That $200 ain't gonna hurt a brother like me. That's not the point.
Exactly.
The point is that this female got you, and she got 4 other brothers sending her $200 a month. And I'm lowballing.
I'm about to say,
$200 a month.
Way more than that nowadays.
Oh man, this dude's over here that's sending like $2,000 a month.
Crazy.
For what?
I know dudes down here didn't even met the chick. They ain't even done FaceTime. They just because the dude don't even know Spanish, so he really don't even do FaceTime with her.
Yeah,
they just doing texting back and forth.
Man. Bro, that's what I call the Latin American love story. Right? It starts off like this: guy meets girl. Hola. All right, how much should I send?
Yep. Yo, let me tell you, and that's something so important that educating yourself about the way of the land. honestly, yo, in all these Latin American countries, let me just tell you one thing. There's nothing that a Latin American person has more than pride. A real Latin American person has more than pride. I guarantee, not now, Dre, not now, but when you first met your wife, you could not, here goes some money. Soon as you, here goes some money, or go to her family's house. Here go, bro. I've been dealing with people and chicks that I be like, yo, here go the Uber giant. They be like, nah, I'm good. Or even if they do take the Uber giant, they be like, nah, it ain't that much. It's on. I only need this much. You can have the rest. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing more than a chick with pride. If you just met the chick a month, 2 months, 3 months, and she's accepting your money, and she lives in one of these Latin American countries, my man, leave it alone.
Say
Leave
it
it.
again.
If
Two,
you
3 months.
go to
That's
her
true. Not
house,
just immediately. 2, 3 months. If she willing to take your money. I kid you not, Jorge. It was 9 months. Me and Andre in a solid relationship. It was 9 months before Andrea asked me for a dime, and that was for a textbook. She was going back to take some accounting classes. There was some new software coming out down here in Colombia for her firm. And so she's like, you know what, to be on top of that and get better clients, let me go back to school and take this particular, study this new software. But it came with like a book, and the book was only like $100. It was not, it wasn't even $100, it was like $50. And she pondered over asking me for that $50 because in Colombia you only get paid once a month. So she pondered over, like, should I ask him? Her mom was like, ain't that your man? Yeah. She said, why don't you ask him? It's just a textbook. And Andrea finally asked me, and I was like, why didn't you ask me before? But like you said, it's that pride. A real woman is not gonna take money from you, bro. I'm telling you. I don't care how now. Do women want security? Yes, all women. Do women want a man that got something to offer? Yes, but most good women, they are not taking your money out the gate, no matter how much, even if they need it. You'll never know, because they are not going to take your money like that. That's
they
so
want you
true.
to be a gentleman. A gentleman
Yeah.
is like how we date in the States. Most gentlemen date in the States.
Yeah.
When I take a lady out to eat, there's not a woman in this walk of life that can ever say she's paid for a meal for me. I don't like it. I don't do it. I don't do nothing. So they want you to be a gentleman. You come into town, you coming to see them, make sure you're not a bill to them. Because we know that in these countries, they're not making as much money as it. Okay, go half, go Dutch. I'm gonna ask a chick, even if she's on the high end, doing well, making, let's just say $800 to $1,000 to go half on me on a vacation, go half on me on a meal. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But they're not looking for you to, every time they come over, hand them money.
No.
Unless they're that breed. So that's why I say, if you're gonna do it, cool, do it. Have that breed and be like, okay, I got my fun chicks, but then these are the ones that I want to try to build a relationship with. So these chicks, you gotta move differently. I don't give them no money. Why? Because I want to see how long they will last. You know what I'm saying? I don't do extra shit because I want to see how long they last. But the ones on the left, they don't have none of. I don't even deal with the left too much no more, to be honest. They don't get none of my time. It has to be something wild, and I'm just like, all right, whatever. But they get my time, and I'm not talking about the straight up pay to play joints. I don't deal with none of them joints. They not even worth it to me, to be honest.
Right.
Too much comes with it. What I'm talking about is a young lady that you might meet at the grocery store. You can tell she got an Apple Watch, she got the iPhone, she got the nails, she got the Pandora bracelet. You already know,
dude. Soon as I see that iPhone, that's a red flag for me.
Yes, sir.
Soon as I see that iPhone, I'm like, wait a minute, you on this side of town? You got a $1,200 iPhone? Oh no, I can't. Come on, yo.
She's not making that type of money working as a cashier. So for me, but for me, I give her more props than a Sasua joint that's just out there. That's all she do. At least
On the
she's
block.
a notch up. So that one, I don't do the whole negotiating and shit with them. Hey, you want to come up, blah, exchange the numbers, blah, blah, blah. Hey, you want to come over? Most likely they be like, yeah, here go a couple dollars, have a nice day. Them type of joints. Not no super pay to I don't deal with that. But you have to deal with each side differently. If I see good qualities in them, and she got a good job, she look nice, she this, she that. Now I'm put her on the right side, and I'm like, you know what, G, you gotta switch up. Can't be giving her no bread. Now you want her to fall for you and not what you can do for her.
Right.
And see what happens. And I've had great success with that, to be honest. I mean,
I don't blame you, man. That sounds like an excellent formula. That if I were single, that's basically the format that I would use. I kid you not. I have my fun girls, but then I have those that I could really take serious and see if this is going to be have any direction about it.
yeah.
But and I was kind of like that in the States before I went on monk mode. But you know, it's just that guys.
What you said, scarcity. They scared.
I think they're trying too hard, man. I think it's because at the end of the day, these guys seem like they really want something solid, but they going about it the wrong way.
Wrong way. Wrong way.
They really are, and they're falling on their faces, and it's like, but Dre, what about this? Or Jorge, what about that? But Chop, you said no, don't put it on us, bro, because we gave you the blueprint, and you decided to go the exact opposite of what we were talking about.
And that's why I'm glad I found that video, Dre, that Chopper gonna play. Like they'll say exactly what you said. Oh man, I got it, so it don't matter. You got multi-millionaires saying the same thing. Like, yo, if you really trying to get a chick, you do not give the money. You show them who you are. You a funny guy. You're educated guy. You can have intellectual conversations with them. You're caring. Man, you know how many chicks just off of, yo, these chicks be liking my mom more than me, dog, to be honest with you. I'm like, no, you cannot come over here to see my mom. Just your life. You know what I'm saying? But no, you just want to pull the dollar out and be like, what you need so I can take care of you so you can like me. It's never going to work. It's never going to work.
Drake, you being in Colombia and you've had your fair share of consultations and you've gotten you've heard backlash with guys like, damn, man, you know, the scams out here crazy, or all of Colombia, or women from this city or that city. What are some of the craziest scams versus stupidity situations you have heard your time living in Colombia? Like the crazy.
I would actually have to say the dating organizations, like the dating companies that you know when you see them on YouTube and they have a little party get together and then they have the translator right there. The dating agencies. I've done consultations with some guys, man. That's like $30,000 in the hole, $25,000 in the hole. Yeah. Ain't even met the girl yet. These guys were telling me this. I mean, I got a couple guys, man, that's in the middle of some lawsuits right now with some of those agencies, some major lawsuits. Because to sign up, you got to pay. You got to go for the $5,000 scam right there just to sign up. Some of these agencies, 5G. Some of them are 25 just to sign up.
US.
Oh, yeah. Yep. And then when you sign up, like my one partner was saying, he said, Dre, they had me paying $7 for text messages and emails.
Oh yeah.
Every text that she sent me is $7. Every text or email I send her is $7. He said, man, he said just in text messages, just check it. Just in text messages and emails, he's $2,600 in the hole.
Man, get out of here.
On $7 licks. Just on $7 licks, not including when you come to Colombia, you got to pay for the translator that's sitting at the table if you don't know Spanish. So you got all these beautiful ladies sitting around the table, but you don't know no Spanish. You got to pay the translator. Then if you choose one to go on a date with, you got to pay for the date and the translator to come on the date with you. So it's just one big scam out of another scam. And then here's the kicker with the scam, because it's called emotional pay for play.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why they call it emotional pay for play, because they get these guys so emotionally caught up with the amount of money that they put in, and they really like the girl. And as soon as they get back to the state, the girls will say, well, you know what? I don't think I want this. You know, I've changed my mind. Pull the rug from up under the dude. And then the agency says this. Here's the kicker. It's going to be all right. We'll hook you up with somebody else. And the process of making the money from him starts all over again. That's why it's called emotional prostitution. And dude, I'm looking at Jorge. When I think the saddest part was while I was interviewing these guys.
Dude's probably being loved too, Dre.
Dude, that's what I was about to say. You cannot tell these men to walk away. I was like, well, why don't you walk away? It was so hard for them to. It was like a drug. It was like a drug. These dudes could not walk away because they're like, I've already put 30,000 into this, and I'm emotionally tied to this company. This company has introduced me to Colombian women. I can't let it. And I'm looking at these dudes like, you know, it's $7 a lick. You know, it's 5,000 to 10,000 to get in. You $2,600 in a hole as far as emails, and you going to get another chick? Well,
Hey,
Andre,
Dre,
would you,
for $1,000, you would have put him in the right mood.
bruh? Bro, I'm not a hookup artist, but listen, for a
Shit, I
thowie,
would-
I would have introduced him to the right brothels at least.
man, what?
Right?
At least the right brothels to go to.
30, bro. What year are we in where you're paying $30K to sit
Man,
at
it
a
would
table
amaze you.
with
It would
multiple?
amaze you how many dudes are lonely. And so remember, statistically in the United States, the average man doesn't even have sex. 30% of all men don't even have sex until over the age of 30. There are men that are 30 years old. 30% of all men in the United States haven't even had sex under the age of 30 years old. Statistically, think about the average male doesn't break up relationships. 70 to 80% of all breakups, whether it be marriage or girlfriend, boyfriend, is broken up by the woman. Usually men want to stick with it and see what we can do with this thing. And so when you get to another country and you think you got hope, and that's what the emotional pay for play comes in. They think that these agencies are going to give them hope, and they got so close. Think about somebody you was fishing and you were pulling it in as soon as you saw the fish, and then the rod, the line broke at the last minute. You ain't gonna take your boat and go back to the shore. You're gonna fix your rod and put it back out there, and that's what they know how men think.
And then
They're
how
like,
beautiful they be.
these dudes have come out, and it is so many dudes. Now, don't get me wrong. There are a few where they met the love of their life and it worked out. But there's so far a few in between that they use those as the testimonial. See how Jorge found love with our agency. Come to our agency, we'll show you how to find love.
But it
And
goes
Jorge
back.
and his girl give his testimony. And so you come along, Chopper Pie, you pay your $5,000 down, and they don't tell you what you're gonna be paying off behind the scenes.
Mhm.
It is a multi-billion-dollar industry to prey on the emotions of men that are really looking for love. That's probably the biggest scam that I could tell you that I know of in Colombia.
Especially coming from the States, because you know we have some guys be having a hard time. I mean, we all have a hard time in the States. Then you come back and you see these amazing looking women and you just lose all sense. But it goes back to what we always say. Yo, if you want to see if they like you, cut the money off for at least a few months. Give it 6 months. Date like you date in the States. I have never paid a chick's mortgage unless she's my wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't owe these women nothing. You owe them a good time. I always tell them off jump. Is it business or is it pleasure? If it's business, I'm gonna move on a business way. If it's pleasure, I'm gonna move on a pleasure way. You don't owe them nothing. Now, if you got a chick pregnant, hey, my man, yeah, you should be sending her money, something like that. But other than that, you don't have to be sending nobody your hard-earned money, because if you do, you are sabotaging. That's what people need to understand. The day you start paying, you're sabotaging the relationship. If you want it to be a good relationship, and I'm gonna be honest, when I first got here, I didn't understand that. To be honest with you, I didn't really understand that because I'm like, damn, I know she need help. And these like for the ones that are good, you know what I mean? I know she need help. And like you said, Dre, you start thinking, oh, it's only $50, it's only $100, it's only $200. But like the chick, I had a friend back in the day, she was telling me, she was like, yo, the quickest way you can mess up a relationship and ruin a relationship in a foreign country, if it's a real relationship that you're trying to build, is introducing money. Because once you introduce money, now it's like LL said, do they like you or do they like what you can do for them?
True.
So if it's you like me, it shouldn't matter if it's 6 months or 5 months or 4 months. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a bill to you. When I come into town, we going to nice places, we're going on resorts, I'm paying for everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm treating you like a lady. That's what you want, right? Okay, cool. But if you was looking for just the money, you gonna be like, shit, I'm not calling this joker wasting my time. It's been 2 months, 3 months, he hasn't sent no money.
And also, go ahead, Chop.
See, I'm glad for the breakdown Jorge is giving now, because before, if you guys are new to this part of YouTube, we've come up here and spoken before on not getting into relationships and leading with your wallet. But now we're telling you that if you have gotten into a relationship by leading with your wallet, we're telling you how to get out. You want to know if somebody really messes with you or really likes you, cut the money off.
And we'll see.
Cut the money
I
off.
kid you not, man. I'm gonna tell you something. Even with some good women, you will lose them if you lead with the money. I almost lost Andre because I started, well, let me buy you this dress. You look cute in this skirt. What about this perfume right here? And it was just, it's just simple things. And Andre was like, nah, bro. She said, thank you, but you don't have to do that. Or why are you doing this? And she was kind of like scratching her head, like, why are you suggesting, buying me dresses? Do I know you? Like, she said, listen, Andre basically told me that. She said, slow down. Yeah. Slow down. She said, I understand you in American, you Americans are used to moving fast and getting what you want immediately. And she said, I understand y'all got y'all money. Y'all want y'all woman to look good. She said, but you got to slow down. She said, because if it's going to work out, it's going to work out. In other words, I was so fast to losing Andrea because of money. Because I'm moving so fast, and she's like, he's not serious. He's another one of those Americans that think they could throw money around and get whoever they want, and I'm not the chick to be bought. And Andrea was so close to walking out the door because I started coming. As soon as I brought up, it wasn't immediately, but when I did bring it up, she was like, bro, I ain't the one. And some of you dudes just leading with your money. The reason why you ain't got a chick because they like Andrea. They don't play that. They don't play that being purchased because they see so many other women get purchased, and they're like, I'm not like them, and you're not about to play me like them.
And some of y'all got them. Some of y'all got them, but they not like Andrea either. They just working a job that they fucking hate. They calling you, they texting you, they video calling you, but they actually hitting somebody else up that they actually genuinely like. You're the fucking job that they hate sometimes. So you gotta make sure, you know what you're doing when you doing that type of stuff.
So let's play this video real quick and hear what this
Chasing a woman and showing up at her doorstep and having flowers and shit and violins and all that shit. You killing yourself. The relationship is not gonna last. The reality is, when you buy your way in and you become a provider and you just become like you represent provision, that's not the same as being sexually stimulated. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like representing provision and just being a guy, I'm gonna buy you a bunch of shit. That's weak. See, guys that use money to sustain their relationships and use money to get their way in. That's weak. That's weakness. It's weak because you don't believe in you enough. You trying to use money. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? You gotta be you. The money is an exclamation mark. The money makes you more of whatever you already are. But you gotta bring something to the table. Look, no woman.
Absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Absolutely correct. And he said, no woman of worth will want that. will want that. So he's so correct. Hooray.
Nah, I'm saying, yeah, you right. If you're looking for, because people always be like, oh, you can't find a good woman in any of one of these. Man, you crazy. Dre said it so many times before. It's women out here on business, real business, not the online business. Like, it's women out here that are doctors, teachers, and they know how to survive within their means. They know how to live or organize fulfilling life without having to buy the Apple Watches, the this,
Mm-hmm.
the that.
Mm-hmm.
Then you also have women that come from money, more money than we have. You know what I'm saying? But 9 times out of 10, if you move, most of us ain't gonna have access to them. But then a lot of people say, oh, well, y'all, because y'all speak Spanish, or she knows English, or she knows this, that. Well, guess what? In the States, when you didn't have the credentials for a job, what did you do? You go polish yourself so that you can get the correct job that you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
You don't sit there and fucking complain and be like, oh, I just this is what I have to do. I have to pay her because this and that. Like, what in the world? That shit is crazy to me.
I don't get it.
I
I
have
don't even get it.
Who are you going to give $600 a month? Dre, you're doing obviously fine, well off for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You living in Colombia, which is way less than the States.
Mm-hmm.
So your money, if you make certain amount of money in Colombia, is like multiplied several times.
Easy.
What woman in this world, obviously your wife, but hopefully she don't get mad. Let's just excuse your wife. But what
Right.
woman, for most of them, only going to ask you, good morning, did you eat something? Did you eat dinner? Did you eat lunch? Good afternoon, good night. They're not really, how was your day? Just what woman are you going to pay 600 American dollars to that you worked and you had to sit behind that computer, or you had to sit in a cubicle, you had to work out in a field? What woman are you gonna pay $600 to, $500 just for some damn text messages and phone calls?
Just to say, hey, how was your day?
That
And
is
but that goes back, Jorge. I know for dudes like me, you, and Chop, it's mind boggling. But let's be ready also to realize on a statistical level, a lot of these brothers lonely, man.
yeah.
A lot of these brothers are making, a lot of these dudes were the nerdy dudes that made good money. A lot of these dudes are the the dudes that went off into the military and did the right thing and they retire. A lot of these dudes are the dudes that were the bookworms and did what they need to do, but the hot chicks in college didn't want them, or the hot chick on the military base didn't want him because he was focusing on moving up in his career. And so excuse me. So now these dudes are like, I'm 35, 40, 45, 50, and they're socially awkward, but they got dollars. They got a few bucks in their pockets. They over 60,000, over 70,000, many over 100,000. And even though they got dollars, that's all they know how to lead with.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way they were smashing hot chicks in the States was coming out of their pocket. To where me, you, and Chop, we looking at the hot chick like Jay-Z. Mommy, get your here, let's ride. You see what I'm saying?
Right
So, you see what I'm saying? So a lot of dudes, we don't talk about that on live streams too much to let dudes know, bruh, I got you. I understand. I understand you socially awkward and you got a passport. We don't want to, we as guys that can do it a lot so easy and so smooth because we did it so smooth while we were in the States, we forget that there's a lot of dudes out there, bro, that got passports now because they couldn't do anything else in the States, but they so scared to walk up on a female in DR. They want to blame the language. They want to blame the location. They want to say that, well, she too pretty. They want to blame everything instead of just walking up, saying something to the chick in Brazil, saying something to the chick in Thailand. And so we have to, we have to be aware of, there's a lot of us dudes out here, man, that just do not know how to date anymore.
You're right about that. But here goes the number one thing.
Hold on. To keep on Dre's point, because Richard Mender brought up an excellent question. He said, no, not this one. Where is it?
Oh
What
yes,
is going on in these Western countries that men's self-esteems are
be
so
broken.
because it's a domino effect. The way I see it, right, is you grow up in a westernized country, your self-esteem is destroyed, you get a little bit of money, and with that money you go on to other places and you do stupid things that you couldn't have gotten away with in the western country,
Mm-hmm.
but you do it in these other countries because your money goes a little bit further and you weren't taught the right way, or you don't have the right confidence in you because of the war zone in the west going on around you. What are you going to say about that, Jorge?
Nah, it's crazy, man. It's definitely crazy because I think social media got a lot to do with it, right? Because
Yeah.
now you got all these vixen chicks, and what do you see him? But here go the problem: if Tyson, if uh, damn Dr. Dre, Ben Simmons is going through it. He tried to get his $800,000 ring back, bro. It's
Million.
so many proof, huh?
Million. It's
Yeah,
$1 million.
exactly. He's
Mm.
trying to get. If so many rich people fail leading with the wallet, why would you go to another country to do that? Then the number one thing that I hear about DR, and I just had this conversation with this guy the other day. He said, all women over here is looking for the money. Right? That's what he said.
Mhm.
I'm saying, oh, and he said, I'm looking for a real relationship. I said, all right, cool. Where you be going, man? Oh, I go to Sasua every now and then. I go here every now and then. So how you meeting these people? Oh, I meet them on the apps and this and that and this. My man, though you all the way wrong right there. If you
All the way.
already programmed in your mind, all the women over here are looking for the money. An intelligent man, which Dre, Chopper, I know y'all know what I'm about to say. If I think in my brain, all the women
Mm-hmm.
over here are looking for
Mm-hmm.
money, and I'm looking for a real relationship, guess what I'm not gonna give? I'm not gonna fucking give money. So if somebody gravitates towards me and I'm not giving them money for months, let's put you in category to the right. Let me see
Right.
what's happening with
Right.
this. You already told yourself all of them are looking for money. Why are you giving up the money? I don't understand it. I do not understand it. Now, it's like Dre's mentioned. They are looking for a gentleman. They are looking for security. But guess what? You symbolize also. You symbolize money, but then you also symbolize that you a secure individual. Most people don't come over here broke. Most people don't go to Colombia retired broke. They don't do it.
True.
So even
True.
if she's a good woman and she's looking for security, guess what? You still up there. You still up there because she knows, okay, I'm not looking for his money. Just like Andrea. She's not looking for Dre money. She's not looking for it. She wants security. Okay, she got security because she checked the boxes with him. They do the same thing to you, to us.
Mm-hmm.
They see you. Oh, he's an American. Okay, he must be retired. Let me give this guy a chance. They're not on Tinder looking for Dominicans. They're not on Tinder looking for Colombians. They're not on Tinder looking for fucking Brazilian. They're paying for Tinder or one of these apps as an investment looking for Americans. You're already in the field. Just open up your mouth when you walk out. You're in the field, yo. It
I
is
swear,
crazy.
I didn't know, and maybe you guys didn't know. Well, and let me know. I I didn't know until I start traveling how gullible men are. I didn't know. I didn't a lot. I'm discovering so much about manhood. I didn't know that men are so insecure, so broken, so lack of love, lack of discipline. I'm thinking because my dogs are dogs. I got charisma. They got charisma. So I'm so used to being in a circle of charismatic dudes, and this dude owning this business. This other one is a part of this corporation. I'm a part of, I'm a college recruiter, so I'm around hot chicks all day long. So I'm subconsciously assuming that at least most of manhood in the States were confident men. And man, since I've been out of the States, I have never seen so many insecure men be in some of the most think about it. Here in Colombia, that man did what he did to that young lady just because of stateside insecurities. Other
Wow.
dudes have gotten themselves in situations where they end up getting drugged and robbed because you were so insecure about approaching a good woman that you just felt more comfortable with hitting up a bottom feeder on the app. And I'm like, are men really that insecure? And I have to come to the reality that yes, American men, we're kind of like the big bad wolf. We huff and we puff, but we really ain't blowing down nobody's houses like that. We really ain't doing what we say that we're doing. And so it's sad to see, man. I sit back and I just shake my head, Jorge, because everything that you're describing, Chopper Pa describing, is it just me? When I was in the States, I didn't even notice men were like this. And now I travel, I see men just broken, just the softest, the weakest, the women just, I'm talking about, it's not even women that were like she's this college girl and she's charming him because she went to school for marketing and she understands the psyche of a client. So this is how she no, these are back in the barrio, or women that are coming from the sugarcane fields. These are little girls under the age of 30, and they running cons on these. I'm talking about dudes that were ex-military, trained to understand the psyche of the enemy, going through all type of training sessions and so forth and so forth while in the military, and training exercises. And then it's this little, just attractive young lady from Colombia. She's just a regular chick in Medellin, and she coerce you in a way that not one person from the Middle East during any form of war could have got over you in any way.
Man,
it is amazing how I'm talking about these women aren't special trained, special ops or nothing. You see what I'm saying, Chop? These aren't special ops women. These are just regular broke girls from the back alleys of the hood. If we just would say the hood, project chicks. And project chicks are talking millionaires, or at least 100,000 dudes, into walking into abandoned buildings and getting drugged and getting robbed. I'm looking like, how do you let a project? And then the other part is, Chop, like I always say, most of these dudes be getting drugged and robbed by unattractive women. I be looking at the video like, it'll never be like a hot chick where you like, yeah, I can see her get away with it. There's always some chick that's just like a 4, a Colombian 4.
Drake,
broken.
Before I get to these comments, I see you guys' comments and super chats. What situation sticks out to you in terms of stupidity that has come from travelers or expats with your time in Colombia?
Probably the guy that spent 100,000 in 6 months on pay for play.
Yeah,
that would probably be the dumbest. He said he was paying 4,000 a lick.
What could you do with that type of money, man? In one of these
months, he ran through 100,000. He was just a regular dude that's just stacked money. He wasn't like a Shaw or Sheik. He was just a regular dude, man. Went through 100,000 in 6 months on pay for play.
Nothing to show for it.
He thought he had a good one, and he just had to pay a little bit extra, or he was legit outside.
He was just legit out there in them streets, man. Straight out in them streets. Nothing special about the ladies. Nothing special about it. It was just, I mean, the chicks that he was hitting was hot, but not $4,000 a piece each time we did something hot.
She could retire if she wanted.
That's why I say, like, how don't you talk to locals or nothing? You gotta think about it. Sometimes I see this all the time. Like my barber probably made, no disrespect to him because he's a cool guy and he my boy, but he probably make like $700 a month, $700, and his girl is bad. I don't be looking at, not like that. But
I'm with you, brother. Mm-hmm.
then you see dudes riding a little motorcycle. You up and down the streets of Santiago or anywhere in DR,
I already
you
know where you're
see
going with this.
a chick on the back, her kids in the middle. That's super bad. Like but it's like you saying, that scarce mentality. Oh, bro, if you really understood that if you cut the money off and she walk away, feel like it's a bill just walking away, and you can just go get another bill. Because I promise you, there's a line of jokers waiting for that same, just your general lifestyle. When a joker makes $700, can have what you want. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, he speaks Spanish, this and that. But it's not like in the States where you got that one bad joint in school, in high school, or in college, and then you got a bunch of ugly women. Man, every corner that you walk into, every supermarket you walk into, you're gonna see attractive women.
Mm-hmm.
There is no way you should be chained down. Oh,
And that's the other part that blows us away, isn't it, Jorge? Because there's such a plethora
my.
of attractive women in the countries that we live in. I could understand if this level of stupidity was in the States. Okay, you're paying for play, or you're doing it because it ain't that many hot chicks, 70% obesity rate. I got you. It ain't that many to choose from. You going down to Miami, you coming out some dollars. Okay, cool. I could respect that Miami Vegas mindset. But to come to Colombia where there's nothing but every 17 seconds is going to be something attractive coming your way. In Brazil, something every 17 seconds. DR. And I'm looking like you dudes acting like this once. This dude is literally will be in Colombian jail for the rest of his life for a chick.
If he make it out of there.
Different. If he make it out of there, that looks no different than another Colombian chick walking down the street, dude. And that's probably the craziest part. You throw your life away for a chick that could have been replaced in 17 seconds.
Dre, hold your thought on that because I wanna ask you your thoughts on that. So Ricky Powell says, guys, if you introduce money and then cut them short, you will lose the girl for sure. Latin women are jealous, and she'll think you cut her off to give her to another girl. This is why money blows it. JM, thank you for the super chat. He says, on average, what percentage of American men do you see leading with their wallets?
A lot.
When it comes
a lot.
to
yeah, we're rare.
It's a lot.
We're rare. We're some rare dudes.
Like they stay in the States. That's the problem. Once you move to one of these countries, you got to date like a high value man dates in that country. In the States, is normal. You dating a chick, hey, babe, can I get this? Can I get that? They always want shit, or you got to give them shit. It's normal, like, you know. But once you move to one of these countries, you got to understand that a good paying teacher makes 30,000 pesos a month. That's close to $500, $600, and you sending 700 to a chick that can't read or write.
Without even you ain't even meet her yet. You don't even know if she got the loosey goosey, and you sending that money. You send it off WhatsApp video calls or hola mi amor, or nah, I kicked it. I talked to her for 2 weeks. She the one. Yeah, y'all need to send me that money.
You got
that's what I've been saying.
Listen, y'all send me $700. I will be boots on the ground with your picture out like this on a flyer. So I'm like, hey, do you like this man? This man is looking for a good woman. I will represent you for $700 a month.
Absolutely.
Dre, what I say the other night on your live? Y'all giving it up like hoochies, man.
Yeah.
Y'all giving it up.
30,000 pesos is what a professional 7-year, 8-year nurse makes. $30,000 a month. That's almost less than $600. And you gonna tell me a chick that you just met, you gonna send $500 that don't have no job, that she has an online store? Like, that to me is crazy. Like, how do you even gauge that?
That
You know
math.
what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
I don't gauge the fact that if you are in the top 10% in the United States economically, you would not dare to even fathom giving time to the bottom 10% in the United States. How is it that these dudes get off the plane realizing you are economically in the top 10% of most of these countries we go to on the economic scale, and
Yep.
you will still date in the arena of the bottom 10% bottom feeders just because she look good, as if the women in the top 10% along with you in those countries, they don't look good either. Only broke chicks in Colombia look good. Only the brokest chick of DR is sexy. Only the brokest no job having chick in Brazil is, ooh, she's so gorgeous. As if the women that got money or decent jobs, they can't be attractive too. I never understood that. If you are in the top 10% economically in the United States, how is it that you never dated the bottom 10% in the United States, but you use that formula when you go to other countries? Soon as you step off the plane, automatically the average brother is in the top 10% economically, and those brothers will still sit back and date the bottom 10%. And once again, that goes back to you got money, but you have no charm. You're insecure about yourself. That's why back in the States, these dating coaches are getting over on you guys, charging you $4,000 a lick, because at the end of the day, you're good with making money. But when it comes to ladies, you are socially awkward. Ain't nothing wrong with it, bruh. But I'm telling you, it's costing you a lot of money being socially awkward. A lot of these dudes, man.
A lot of dudes feel like, hey, if I date the bottom 10%, she'll appreciate me more because I'm giving her something she doesn't have. I'm giving her access to things she does. Listen, y'all, it backfires like a month. You guys have no clue. I'm talking to you guys who get up, bust your ass every day just to send $700, $600 to
Ain't no
somebody in
fucking
another
way.
country.
Ain't no
That
way in hell.
you're gonna
There's
buy.
a dude right, a Chop. There's a dude right now watching this live stream in the middle of overtime, doing overtime at work. He should have been off at 5, but he's doing overtime right now, so he can have a few extra dollars to send that chick in DR.
Tomorrow
That's
on
a
the
fact.
first,
Bro,
because the first about to come up. Bills need to
And the
be
first
paid.
tomorrow.
somebody said earlier, you're putting cookie on layaway. What are you doing buying somebody a car that you only known for maybe all about 3 weeks? What are you doing putting somebody into an apartment, furnishing that apartment that you know nothing about? Let me tell y'all something a little bit about my grimy days when I first went out to the Dominican Republic. A lot of y'all talk about, oh, y'all gotta watch out for the novios, the motor control drivers, or that, this, and that. When you in your long distance relationship and she's in DR or you don't know what's going on. I was that dude. I was that dude with my nice house in Puerto Plata with the girl over, and we hanging out and we doing a little Disney Plus and Trust, and
Mhm.
we get some rice and beans and pollo, and y'all on the phone texting her like, hey, you okay, what you doing? I
Yeah.
haven't heard from you. And she's like, yeah, I'm just helping out my grandma, or I'm putting the kids to sleep. I can't turn the lights on, whatever. I'll call you back in a few minutes or in 30 minutes or whatever. And I'm just there looking at her like this. Like, damn, you're not gonna text him back right now. You're not gonna call that dude back. She's like, no, está bien, tranquilo. This is what y'all go through.
Man, ain't no way.
I've had
No.
women use guys' Uber accounts in the States, bro, to come to my house.
Mm.
Guys' Uber accounts in the States to come to my house. Oh, where you going? I'm just going to one of my amigas' house, my friend's house. Listen, money is not going to buy loyalty.
No.
Or
Money,
love.
money is not going to buy love. money is not going to put a lock and key on a woman's panties until you get there in these countries. If you
Yeah.
think, okay, I'm gonna pay her $600 a month to be loyal, or I'm gonna pay her bills so she don't have to stress out, and then she's gonna appreciate me for paying her bills, and then paying her bills, her appreciating me, she's not gonna give up the cat to anybody else. You dead wrong, guys. You dead wrong. And we're gonna chalk that up to stupidity,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, them type of women, they feel that you're obligated to do that. They move in that, so you're not doing nothing that they haven't been trained that that's what you're supposed to do anyway. Oh, I'm beautiful, I look nice. You want to talk to me? Okay, no problem. You got to pay for your stay. You got to pay for your stay. That all of them, like that's how it operates. Them type of women, you're not doing nothing special, and when you finish, it'll be like, the next dude gonna do the same thing. He spoke. Don't worry. Oh, I don't care. I'll find somebody else to do it because they know
Mhm.
it's a lot of dumb extra.
Another sucker's about to come off that plane.
They know, and honestly, 9 times out of 10, the younger they are, it's true. It's true. They go from person to person, until they get to a certain age that they're no longer in the,
Serviceable.
exactly. So they
They
gotta
hit the
chill.
wall.
Who wants to scoop them at that time?
Yeah. Yeah. It's just so if we can get more brothers to realize that they're the blessing, that get more men to realize they're that when it comes to being in these countries, your sexual market value, like Kevin Samuels used to talk about, if we could just somehow, man, we will save so many lives, man, from dudes being so insecure, rushing, coming to Colombia, rushing through Medellin, rushing through Brazil, rushing through DR. The only reason these dudes do not, I did not even. I'm gonna tell you how much these dudes talk about pay for play, and talk about Sasua. I did not know how large that island was. I didn't know it was that big. I thought Sasua was the capital. B, I never seen one Santo Domingo video. I didn't know it was a train there. I didn't know about the history of Christopher Columbus and his son. I didn't know about that. There was a romantic restaurant in the cave. Not one YouTuber showcased any of that. I didn't know about any place where Chapel Pie was. I didn't know anything about any of those beautiful romantic places that you could go to in those areas. None of it, because they were so many YouTubers were so fixated on Sasua. I thought it was like Turks and Caicos. I kid you not. I thought DR was like the size of like Turks and Caicos, a little small. I kid you not. Aruba, San Andreas, a little small island. Until I went to go book the flight, all the way up until that point, when me and Andre got ready to come. That's how long I had been here in Colombia for 5 years. So all 5 years, I'm thinking DR is this big because everybody's only talk about Sasua and no place else. And so I look at booked the flight, and it asked me which airport I want to land in. I was like, they got more than one airport? But then, wait a minute, Sasua's not the capital? And so I'm looking at this humongous island, and I'm like, oh man, I mean, it's so sad that if I, for 5 years, who's married, mentally only gravitated to Sasua because that's all these content creators at one point in time was pushing, how much more these dudes that's out there single on pay for play, they don't know anything about a Santo Domingo, because ain't nobody putting no content out there about Santo Domingo or other parts of the whole island. There's parts of the island that nobody ever talks about that are some beautiful places, except for like the young white boy backpackers. They'll do some YouTube videos on different parts, but it's just so sad that these dudes only know Sasua, and when they get off the plane, they just know. Come on, Chop. Your New York brothers, walking through Sasua with Timberlands on. Come on, bro. Come on, y'all got to stop that one.
Jay, they don't care about those other videos, Jay. It used to be a time where I will upload videos like, "Hey guys, go shop at this supermarket if you want to save your money or you want to get your good discounts." They'll be like, "Man, no, show us the women. What are the women like in this market?" They don't care about that stuff, Jay. And that's another thing I realized that has to change. If, like you said, if we're going to better ourselves as men and as a community, guys have to be willing to listen. You have to be willing to listen, and we have to be willing to admit where we're wrong. And it's not always a competition. Like
No.
I was telling Jorge earlier before we got live, I'm like, you know what? I'm like torn between the Passport Bros Facebook group and the move, because on one hand you have the success stories of guys who've been living outside the US for years, outside of the internet, guys who've been married to a foreign woman for 10 years, 12 years, from Japan, from Thailand, from wherever. Beautiful stories. And on the other half, like you said, Dre, you have the paper plate. You got the guys fighting about, oh, I went to Cartagena and meet my queen. And then 5 other people post the same queen. And then now dudes are getting ready to fight. Like,
Joker told him, meet me at such and such place so that we can see what's up. Like,
yo, make it make sense, gentlemen. Like, true story. I had a situation. When was it? When did I come to DR? Or in October? I had a situation. I went to DR for Bad Bunny in October, right? And in the Passport Bros group, and this is why I love where I can share my honesty on the internet. In the Passport Bros group, somebody posted one of the Airbnbs that were like, maybe how far is Soho from where we live? Or like
5 minutes.
5 minutes from where we live, Dre. Soho is the only building in Santiago right now that you can Airbnb, and there's a pool on the roof. So one of the brothers he puts up a video, with the view and the girl in the pool, and then he's like, oh, Santiago, Dominican Republic, y'all don't know nothing about this. So that's what caught my attention. So I'm like, yo, all y'all talking hot shit, like we all gonna forget who put Santiago on the YouTube map. Number one.
Right.
2, I zoom into the video. I'm like, yo, let me see if I know this girl from around the way. And just by posture alone and head shape, and I hit up Jorge. Jorge was like, nah, it can't be. I was like, bro, I'm gonna say the video. You let me know. I was like, Jorge, that's my ex at Soho.
Yeah.
And he was like, nah. I was like, bro, I'm telling you, that's her. I'm gonna show you this video. Zoom in a little and tell me if that's not her. And he's like, shit. And everybody in the comments, the group, everybody in the comments go crazy. Like, yeah, bro, it's fine, this and that. And I comment by name. I'm like, why is Ina cleaning the window like that? Because in the video, she's just throwing water on the window on the side door. I'm like, why is Ina cleaning the window like that? Come to find out, dude looks me up, goes on YouTube, talks about, I don't know what they got going on, but he's like, oh, I didn't know you was with this guy, this American, before. Were you married? You guys were living
He's paying the bills, Dre. The dude was paying the bills.
He's paying the bills, so now he getting self-conscious.
Fast forward. And then my man came for the Bad Bunny's concert and did his thing. Like, that happens every single time.
This is after he confronts her, right? So we get together. I get together with her at Bad Bunny. I don't even bring her to Bad Bunny with me. I meet her after. And she's like, listen, before you hear anything, this is what's going on. There was this guy I was talking to. We met online on Tinder. And he was like, you two have a group in common on the internet. He was asking me a whole bunch of questions, this and that. So before you hear anything, I just want you to hear from me. And I'm like, we in the bed butt ass naked next to each other. I'm like, I don't care. I don't live here anymore.
But
you
that goes back
do what you gotta do to feed yourself.
How you just meet a chick? How you just meet a chick and you taking care of her bills for a couple months, and then you want to jump back on chopper like you want to do something and this and that. You don't know none of the behind this, but that's why I say take your damn time. Take your time. Everybody you meet ain't gonna be your wife, yo.
Jorge, how
No.
can somebody get mad at me in that situation? What did
Oh,
I do?
These
here's
jokers,
another one. Go ahead, Ori.
nah, I was saying, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Like me and my boy, that all them tender joints, I know his speed because he like a certain age group. He knows my speed because I like a certain age group, right? So what we do is sometimes tend to slow and you trying to, pick up. So you switch the little age groups and you do this, do that.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's something that come across my feed that's his speed, I send it to him. I be like, hey, yo, you talk, because unlike some guys get a kick of, oh, Chopper smash that chick. I want to smash that chick.
Yo,
We not like that. Me and my boy, we not like that. So if he messed with the joint, it's hands off, right?
Right.
My thing is, you gotta be me. I don't go pick them up nowhere. It's straight Uber. Hey, you can take an Uber over this joint, this and that, because you don't know the backstory of somebody. Remember, that's their job to find other Americans, to find local Americans, to find somebody that's willing to flip the bill. You can put yourself in a trick bag thinking that I didn't used to do it in the States, to be honest with you, Dre. I'm not going to no chick's hood to pick her up if I don't, you know what I'm saying? Pick her up and that smash her in her crib.
Yeah.
You don't know the backdrop.
Yeah.
There's a lot of problems out this, Jay, because of that. Jokers be
I'm
thinking
with you on that one.
That's not your chick.
It's dudes out here. I was about to mention it's dudes out here that I've discovered also. They insecure because another American hit it.
Oh, yeah.
They don't care if 50 dudes from DR hit it. But the fact that another American that she either was in a serious relationship with or she was just out there partying with, another American that they don't know nothing about, have never seen, she's never shown any photos of, but she's just talking about, her past, like, hey, well, you aren't the first American guy I've dated seriously. And these dudes crumble. The fact that the female you're not her first. Her first American. Some dudes can't even handle that. I'm looking like, what is wrong with you dudes, man?
How about this, Dre? How about the dudes who purposely go after the women who they know have dated Americans because they think, okay, I'll get the same type of success.
Not Americans that dated you in particular. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That dated me.
Oh boy had it. Now you want to come get it. Like, me personally, I don't care. I just don't move like that. You know what I'm saying?
It's weird. It's weirdos out there, Jorge, because to my knowledge, that's all that was brought up to me. Like I've been told, like, hey, she was like, hey, I've had people where I match or I come across it, like, yeah, I see you on YouTube, or you was what's his face ex girlfriend, and let's hang out. Like it's cool. I get it. DR is an island. It's tiny, but I'm not gonna say, don't do it, bro. Have your fun, do what you gotta do, but don't get mad at me. I ain't gonna say that. Just don't get mad at me. Y'all can do y'all. Just don't get mad at me. I ain't doing that.
Go on them apps. You'll see them. Trust me. I've been here for 2 years. And I would say I'm damn near an app specialist. Like, I got a PhD in that joint.
Apologist.
Yeah. Between me and my boy, that joker be going through them. Chicks that be on the app, right? You can tell. They'll get off the app, Dre, for about 2-3 months. Then once the American wakes up, he'll be back. Because some smart dudes, we might hit the high, right? You might get that high, then nose wide open, and then this and that, and then you just let the wheels roll, the rules roll. You send the money to, and then you might have a homeboy, or you might have yourself. You wake up one day, you're like, hold up, what am I doing? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You catching red flags. You're like, yo,
right.
Man, that high wore off. I'm not sending you no more money. So guess what happens? They come right back onto that. Chicks that feed off of those things on them apps and stuff like that, and that's their normal way of dating. They on for a couple months, then they right back on. On for a couple months, right back on. On for a couple months, right back on. There's a lot of chicks out here that don't fool around. They don't even know what the app is. Like, they too busy working. They in college. They got good jobs. They not fooling. You know why? Because a lot of those chicks that's on there, they looking for the dumb American. Honestly, the respectable ones, you really have to convince those if you're an American, to be honest with you. You know why? Because of what Dre said before. They already have. I'm not dealing with no damn American. I make 30,000. I make 40,000 pesos. That's $600. If I can find me a Dominican professional making $600 too, we can live a good $1,200. I'm not gonna be another chick under your belt that you just smash off as an American.
That comes every 3
months. You just want to throw money at me and you just want to disrespect me. Like, man, go deal with them.
And I had to go
to them bars where them chicks hang out. They're not gonna mess with you.
So true. I had to overcome that with Andrea's family. It wasn't just that Andrea was looking at me like, "Oh, are you another American tourist?" Her dad and mom had the eyebrow up, like, okay. For, like I said, second question Dad asked me was really a statement. He was like, there's a lot of Colombian women out here. And I knew what he was saying. Like, okay, are you for real? Or are you just another dude that's here that's gonna be running through Colombian women? Let us know, man. Let us know, because they knew a lot of people don't realize American dollars may be good, but Americans in other countries, we don't have a good reputation of how we treat people in other countries. And so a lot of times countries don't trust us, man. Countries do not trust us. No matter how much we want to throw that blue book out there and throw that green dollar out there, a lot of times countries be like, especially good women, man, they don't trust us for nothing. It take a hot minute for them to start, opening up their shell and letting us in. But regular every day, them party girls, oh man, that's 15 minutes. You can meet her, you can have her, a backup in your Airbnb, but that's a party girl.
Yep.
But the good women, no, you right, Jorge. You were 100% correct.
They're not letting you sell them that American dream. That, hey, I'm gonna take you back to the States. A lot of them don't want to go to, and honestly, a lot of them already have the ability to go to the States. They have family, they have visa, but don't let that fool you. Remember, it's a difference between a chick having a visa and a green card. Some people be like, oh, she's a good chick because she got a visa or whatever the case may be. That's not necessarily true, because she still can't work over there legally. True. She got to work under the table, so she don't have access to everything. She has a tourist visa. You know what I'm saying? So, but a lot of them, let me tell you something. A chick over this joint making $1,000 and she's smart, or $1,500 and she's smart, and she team up with another Dominican dude that makes about the same money, they don't want to go to the States, because they know that 9 times out of 10 they don't speak English. What are they going to do? You come from being a doctor, a lawyer, a teacher, or a manager in banking, a comfortable job, and you think you want to take them, because 9 times out of 10, most guys that take them to the States, you ain't balling like you balling in DR. Or like you balling in Colombia. So 9 times out of 10, you're gonna have to have a U.S. relationship. Both people work, both people help each other out. They don't want to go to that shit, so they not listening to all that.
Now you got her scrubbing toilets at Motel 6 or doing some nails at the local nail salon.
Then they be crying,
under the table money. For real. A lot of times she left you to go back home. A lot of times when they say, well, she gonna leave you when she get there, dude, a lot of times they leave and they going right back home. They like, you know what? I had me a nice job at the bank when I met this fool. I gave my job up at the bank to come here to scrub toilets. I don't think so. I'm leaving. So when these dudes are talking about she gonna leave you for another dude, no, she ain't. She leaving you to go back home, dog.
And she is thankful you gave her that green card and that damn passport that you have too. Now she can travel the world.
Yep.
I want to chalk that up to the stupidity board too, because an interesting point Dre said is that a lot of these countries are scared of Americans, and they should be. They absolutely should be. Look what happened with the Caucasian guy from Texas going all the way to Colombia to put
All
somebody
the
in a
way.
suitcase.
The Joker was married too, with kids and everything. What are you
Dude,
mad
this is
about?
hey Jorge, check it. He even took the money that the church raised for his son's cancer and used the money and came to Colombia and was given to the chick.
Yeah, that
The money
I
that
mean,
was raised by the church for his son's cancer, he took that money and was flossing, using the floss in Colombia with the chick.
Axe Chopper. As soon as I seen it, before we even heard anything about it, I hit him in the morning. I said, "Yo, this is exactly what you was talking about for the live, as far as Joker's falling in love, giving up the money, and then feeling sorry later." That come on, yo, you got a wife, kid. I didn't even know that part, Dre. That makes the story even worse. So
Yeah, he
you
got
mad
two
at
kids.
a
Yeah,
chick that you paying. You paying. She didn't force you to give you the money. You decide to give her the money, and now you want to go kill her because she took them. Man,
like the week before it all went down, she was on the trip in Aruba. He sent her 1,700. Like, here you go, 1,700. And I'll be down. Andre was just talking about 20 minutes ago. Well, 20 minutes before I came on the live stream, and she was telling me that she said they found her last text messages in the phone, and it was, "Baby, it's gonna be all. We're gonna be all right. I'm moving in with you, and I'll see you later on when your flight come in." Last Texas. That was the
damn.
last test. He had already premeditated his escape. He had already premeditated what he was going to do as far as deletion, and he had already premeditated how it was going to go down. And the sad part is, all of it was funded by the money that should have gone to his son's cancer surgery. That's the sad part. I mean, the whole thing is sad, but when you sit back and you hear the whole story on this side, because if you're not in Colombia, you don't hear these little stories that's going
Yeah.
on, or in Texas. But yeah, man, he was married to a woman. She had one child under 10, and then he and her had two children under 10. We're talking about a straight church square dude that shouldn't even left the United States. How he got a passport, I don't know. And how he had met her. This is what happened. He met her online. I think it was one of the online dating, and he had sent money to her for the first year. He had just been sending money to her. He had never even made it down here to Colombia, just sending money, sending money, sending money, sending money. And so he finally made it down here, and he'd only been here for 3 trips, 2 trips to see her, third trip with deletion.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, he
All
was. He was.
in your feelings because you did something stupid instead of taking accountability. Hey, she caught me slipping.
Yeah,
I was a fool. I should have seen the red flags. Bygones be bygones. Nope.
yeah.
He's so hurt. He want a good man.
Yeah, he was so. And then this is the sad part. All type of, because she was a wild one. I won't even lie.
She was a
All
DJ.
the
She wasn't even
dude,
not even to
bruh.
say DJ,
If you
but
guys see all the videos that I got in my phone of the last week that will be on Hub, those are the type of videos that's out there on her. I mean, when I'm always talking about how some of you dudes better not run for president because I got some of y'all girlfriends in my phone. When she died, man, dudes was flooding from their phone. Dudes was flooding the internet, showcasing all the videos, all the freak videos that they got to do. I got at least 4 videos in my phone of some straight raw dog. Even Andrea was like, with her and some girls doing one dude. Like, she said, you got this video? I was like, no, I got some different videos than that one of her.
that's crazy. But now
This is what y'all sending money to.
That's
what they
that's
sending
what I'm
money
about to say.
to.
Because you're rushing instead of taking your time. And like Dre said, stop being afraid of them walking away. I promise that there will be another opportunity around the corner.
Yep.
And Dre,
Right.
from what I seen, she looked nice in like the IG video, like the IG picture.
Right.
But just normal, she ain't even that nice. I've seen plenty of nicer
Right.
Colombian women.
She was like a cool 6. She was like a cool 6/7 after the surgery. Because a
Yeah.
lot of people are saying that maybe he was the one that paid for the surgery because there's some before and
What I
after
say,
photos that
Scott?
are out there. And a lot of guys are saying because men get hurt after they've invested so much. A lot of dudes don't know how to walk away. Like I always say, every man is in a woman's life for 2 reasons. First reason is because he want her in his life, whether it be girlfriend, whether it be jump off, whether it be just a friend, whether it be a wife. He want her in his life. That's the number one reason why every man has a woman in his life, because he want her in his life. Number 2 reason is a lot of you dudes are so ornery, you don't let the woman go. And so you keep her for another 5 years, another 3 years. You know that relationship was over year 2, and you stuck around for another 3 years to year 5. And so it is with this dude. He knew that it was over. He knew it was done. He had hired private investigators. He had paid her best friend $1,000 a month to spy on her.
Oh man.
$1,000. Oh, y'all didn't know about this?
Nah.
No.
Yeah, he was paying the best friend $1,000. Her best friend, dude. I'm telling you, dude. I got some stuff.
Investigators too.
Yeah, he had hired a private investigator to follow her to see who was smashing. Andrea and I got in our phone with the photos of the dude that she was smashing, and I got videos of them to smashing. That's why I'm talking about some Ray J, Kim back in the day type videos.
Hold on, yeah.
That's how crazy this situation is, and it's sad to that all this type of these videos are showing up now. You want to curse the dead type thing, but it's true. She was just a regular party girl, and the dude fell in love with the party girl, and it got out of hand. And he was a dude that probably never had nothing like that. You ain't never had no gorgeous, because if you see the picture, I don't know if you got a chance to see the pictures of him and his family in the States. I'm talking about, this was a postcard, nerdy, just regular white family, just taking photos together, and with the Sears. You would see them on the Sears or the photo section in Sears, where people want to get a photography of their whole family. They were that type of family, man, where it's just this straight nerdy dude that got him a nerdy wife, and they got 3 nerdy kids, and look like they should be happy, going to church, doing their thing, man. And he met her online, and dude, I kid you not, it just spiraled and spiraled. And so even somebody sent me the picture of the dude who was smashing her. He said, Dre, I'm gonna send you a picture, and I'm gonna send you a few videos. So he sent me the video, and I said, wait a minute, that's old boy Tattoo, and they're smashing her. He said, man, I know I ain't crazy. I said, so that's the dude who was smashing while my man was still in Texas sending this money. And then Andrea confirmed it about, she was sleeping with a dude with a tattoo on his arm. I was like, yeah. Like I said, we got totally different X-rated videos. Man, Andrea videos are completely different from the ones I got. That's how much your girl was out there, dog. She was out there, like out there. And I'm not talking about videos just like, I got 4 seconds. I'm talking about like a good 5-minute on hub. Dude, for real, the ones I got.
I don't get why are these the type of women that guys feel the need to invest in apartments, cars, money, thousands of dollars, man. And I want to get back to the point where the stupidity of travelers, because who else said this the other day? I was telling my boy Winnie this the other day. Not everybody's meant to have a passport.
No.
Because of the stupidness we see that goes on. Like everybody right here on this panel on the other side of the fence, we see the stupidness going on with what happens when you give the wrong dude a passport and some money. And what's up, JM? He said, you dudes make it look like it's easy for locals to find comfortable jobs in their countries. You dudes should know that for every good job position, probably 1,000 people apply for the same job.
You
Okay?
right.
Yeah. Okay. And,
So that should be a plus for you. That should be a plus for you, right? So guess what? You can provide security. You can provide, what you're supposed to provide as a man, right? I think that makes
I,
sense. Nobody,
I,
nobody on this panel has made fun or belittled anybody's job or what they make.
nope.
What I'm saying is, if you're talking to me, is I said how a woman that's educated, a woman that in her career path for 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, still going to college, making 40,000 pesos, 30,000 pesos, which is $600. And then here come Ray Ray, meet a chick in a month, and he's sending her 400, sending another chick that has nothing, that didn't finish school, that don't have a good job, that don't have nothing to offer except for her looks and her body, and a couple text messages in the meal or some any whatever. And within a month or two, you want to send her $300-400. Why not find the high value person like Dre said, and then give that person a $400?
if you don't do that, right?
Actually working, actually doing something, not just out here running game. Ain't nobody said nothing about, oh, it's easy out here. Nah, it's not easy. That's what pushes you to the top 10%.
Dude, that's the part that blows me away. The statement that he just made was so irrelevant and so moot, because your eyes aren't even supposed to be glancing to the level of women that can't get good jobs, and it's not that easy for them to find employment. My brain, I'm gonna tell you something. There are some gorgeous broke women here in Colombia that get nothing from me but a glance. They will never get a hello from me. You will never see me. I'm gonna tell you something, for real, in all sincerity, as far as real relationships, real serious relationship. I ain't dating no waitress. I didn't date a waitress in the state. I ain't dating a waitress here. I'm not one to sit back. Now, me and Andre was in the bank. I had to change the pack because I lost my phone the other day. This is a brand new phone, right? And so I had to change my password for my bank account. But it must have locked up on me, so I had to go to the bank to go get it changed. I'm looking at all these gorgeous sisters behind that counter. Them the ones that I would have been hollering at. That's who I holler. If you wonder what level of women I would holler at if I was single, the ones that's the bank managers behind the back looking sexy and gorgeous, them the ones I holler at. But the ones that's working at the ice cream shop that y'all holler at, or the ones that's walking around broke in them broke barrios on the east side of Cali that you love so much, that's part of this statistic that you just gave us, Jim. Bro, I don't deal with the type of women. I don't deal with none of the women that you just described. I only deal with the women that, like Jorge said, that's got something going on, that's got something to lose. In other words, they know if I show up to their job and acting a fool, they like, man, I've been working on this job for 7 years. I've been working at this bank for 8 years. I'm not type of woman that can afford to lose my job in the name of trying to hurt this American's feelings. But you dudes deal with bottom feeders that ain't got nothing to lose. That's a part of that statistic that you just gave up, talking about when it comes to there's a certain amount of money that women, local women, that can't get jobs. If you didn't deal with them type of women, you wouldn't even know that stat.
I would say that justifying it.
Right, you wouldn't even know. What are you even dealing with the type of ladies that would be on the unemployment line? And this irony, let's go back to it, JM. Knowing that when you get off the plane, you are automatically in the top 10%. How the heck you Leonardo DiCaprio, you Denzel on that level, soon as you get off the plane and you go into the back alleys getting women, and you talking about you guys say it's so easy. Dude, if I'm Leonardo in the States, can't tell you nothing about Keisha and LaWanda in the hood. Denzel, even though he from Mount Vernon and he knows about the hood, Denzel can't tell you nothing about what LaWanda and Riri and them is doing in the hood. Why? He don't deal with those level of women, even if he was single. That's what our point is. Stop dealing with broke bottom feeders. They're beautiful, they're gorgeous, but you step off the plane, you are in the top echelon. Dude, you don't hold your wine glass like this. You hold your wine glass like that. When you step off the plane in these countries, you hold it from the tip. because
Well,
you are on that level. You can go play golf with some of the dude. I make Colombian senator money. What the
exactly.
hell am I doing with a chick that work in the ice cream shop just because she hot? I make money where I can go to the fundraiser here in Colombia because their fundraisers in the States, the fundraiser was $500 a place. Now here, Colombia, their fundraisers, and it's supposed to be upper echelon, ain't nothing but $50 a plate.
Mm-hmm.
And I could take a date for their version of the NAACP dinner or the political fundraiser. I can afford to do that. Why? Because when I got off the plane, I'm in the top 10% of Colombia, other than the illegal dudes. When you when you get off the plane, dude, you got to come to a reality. You are not broke when it comes to these countries you landed into. So for you to be dating bottom feeders that you met, so as I'm on the beach and I said, "Oh, you're so sexy, so fine." Other than smashing her fine tail, man, she can't get nothing from me, man. You will never see me. I'm gonna tell you something, JM. You will never see me in public with a broke chick or a fat chick. I say it again. You will never, ever. I've had my share of big girls, and I'd have had my share of broke chick, but you would never see me in public with one. Ever.
These jokers be
Ever.
taking them to 5-star restaurants. Yo,
Please.
sometimes we pulling up into the
I'll be
restaurant.
all on YouTube with the brokest chicks I've never seen in my life. Taking a 5-star. They be taking. Hey, check it out. Check it out, Chop. They be taking chicks that can't even relate to forks, 3 forks and 3 spoons. They can't even
Man,
relate to that. These chicks don't even.
some of the jokers can't even read the menu. They be like, "Yo, just order me whatever you want, or whatever."
Yeah.
Like,
She lost because she ain't never ordered off that level of the menu. She looking at well, where's the prices, baby? You don't need this that type of restaurant. You don't need the prices. If you can't afford it, you ain't got no business being in here, boo.
hey,
What?
them wild ass bodies, the big BBL bodies coming in there with
Man, please. This dude had the audacity to tell us
with a bra and fishnet.
Yeah, with the bra and the spandex. You
think she jazzy. JM, bro, I'm telling you, get you a girl that wear dresses, not skirts. I mean, not wear dresses, not skin tight dresses. Get you one of them chicks that wear the flower dresses and stuff like that. Get you a chick that wears sundresses, because we as we all know as dudes, usually them chicks that wear the sundresses or the flower dresses, or they dress a little different from the rest of them. They always got to wear tight jeans all the time. I'm not talking about the one that's wearing a tight
yoga
body
pants.
dress.
They gotta wear yoga pants everywhere they go.
Not the yoga pants. Them yoga pants chicks, them tight body jean chicks that's always gotta have tight jeans on. They ain't got no dresses in their arsenal. That's a red flag. If your chick ain't got one decent sundress, you ain't never seen in a sundress and sandals. Let me put it like this. Let me break it down like this. I have never seen one dude get got by a female in a sundress in Colombia, ever. I ain't never seen one dude post a picture of a chick walking out in a flowery dress that's going down to her ankle.
You talking about drugged and stuff? Not that they ain't work game on, but yeah.
As far as being drugged, I ain't seen nan female in a nice sundress drugging a dude and walking out the door. Never. It's always them same, like you said, yoga pants chicks, or the chick that got the skin tight body suit on, or the chick that got the skin tight dress on, looking like she belong in a Beyonce video, or the chick that looks like. But not one time have I seen one chick when they had the camera walking down the street with your stuff and she had a sundress on, or she had one of those flowery Colombian dresses on. When you know Colombians they like to wear the long dress or long skirt with the white tennis shoes. I ain't never seen that, never. But you dudes don't know to look for that. You think you want the one with the skin tight dress on, looking like she in Beyonce video. All you single ladies, you want that. But see me, I'm the opposite. So JM, I can't relate to what you attract to. You talk about statistics I couldn't even tell you nothing about, bro, because I don't deal with no broke chicks like that. I ain't deal with nothing broke in the States. And why would I get on a plane, fly an hour and a half to 3 hours, just to deal with broke chicks in another country. Please.
Hey,
GM,
Dre,
don't
isn't it
don't be the
wild?
type. Don't be the type to end up with the DJ chick like the guy from Texas did, JM.
Hey,
Right.
hey, Dre, isn't it wild? Isn't it wild to y'all? Like to me, it's wild. Like when I talk to somebody, right, and something like that pops up, they act like you're saying something offensive, or like you. We had this conversation today on this live, and basically on this live, what we're basically saying is there's two ways to date. If you just want to have fun, take the Tinder route, take the app route, use the bread if you want to, if that's what you need to do, have the fun. But then we're saying, but if you're a brother looking for a relationship, withhold from giving the money, right?
True.
They act like you're saying something offensive. Like, what you mean? I can't withhold, I can't give her money. What do you mean, brother?
You pocket watching. What you doing? You pocket watching. Oh, now you one of them brothers that's pocket watching another man's money. Oh, bro,
Yeah.
we just trying to give some true game. And you guys keep getting caught up and y'all keep giving us stuff to laugh at. Now, if y'all want to do it that way, me, Jorge, and Chopper Pie will continue to create that laughter content. We will laugh at y'all for the next good 10 years until you act like you got some sense in your head. We ain't
But
got no
then,
problem with that. But
and
if
then
we
it'll be this. My bad, Jay. Go ahead.
go ahead, brother.
Now go
What I
ahead.
was saying is, if we live in these countries, then we know something or notice things like I just said about the sundresses. And a lot I noticed in the comment section, like the one brother said, that's a good point.
Yeah.
You ain't never seen see, but dudes that don't live here don't catch that. They never think about, you know what? He right. I never seen a female in a sundress in one of them nice, cute sundresses or sandals, or the chick with the white tennis shoes with a skirt on. You know, Colombian women like to take their t-shirt and stick it in their skirt. So they'll have a long skirt on, but Colombian women take the t-shirt and they'll stick it in the skirt all the way down. And you ain't never seen them chicks walking out the hotel room and they didn't just hit a lick. Never. Not one time. I ain't seen it in Medellin. I ain't seen it in Cartagena. I ain't seen it in Cali. You know you ain't gonna see it in the small towns. But dudes who deal with them chicks that wear jeans all the time, skin tight outfits all the time, skin tight dresses all the time. You ain't caught on to the fact them the ones that's getting you dudes. You ain't caught
Well,
on to the fact of that yet. Y'all some simple. And then like we just said earlier, if you see a chick in South America and she got a $1,500 iPhone, walk away immediately.
no,
What are you doing?
no, hey Dre, she makes $200 a month selling online store. You know what I'm
He
saying?
saved up for it.
Come on, that's the thing. Like it, nobody is saying anything offensive. All we're saying, if you looking for a real relationship, date the correct way, vet them the correct way. Easy ways to vet, if you're the dollar sign, is not to give the dollar. Brother, I'm not saying in 6 months she earned it, she been solid, this and that. Let's just say you want to give her $200 a month. 6 months, 8 months go by, and you was supposed to give her $800 a month. Give her a gift. Hey, here you go. I put this away for you. If that's what you want to do. All we saying is, if you looking for, people always complain, and it be jokers just like JM that wants to justify everything because it's not working for him. Stop looking for fucking excuses for these.
That's it.
They was living perfectly fine before you. They will be living perfectly fine after you. Yes. Is it hard to find a good job? Yes. But guess what? How many other people have good jobs? Or they find a way, or they find a side hustle, not prostitution, not an American paying their bills. No, they find a side hustle. Bro, there's this dude that goes to the Campo side of Santiago, and he brings truckloads of avocados, this, that, all types of fruits. Him, his wife, and his daughter sell them James. He said, I was like, dang, y'all be racking up here. He said, yeah, you know what I used to do for a living before the pandemic? I used to be a lawyer here. They lost the firm. Boom, they out there. He said, we make more money doing this than anything. There's so many side hustles out here. Stop making, oh, she's doing this because of this. She's doing that. No, young. No. She does not need your money. Listen, I'll say this, and then I'll just stop. She does not need your money. She was paying her rent the month before you met her, the month before you met her. She was paying all her bills. That's what my neighbor told me. She said, yo, I don't understand the stupidity that the Americans do. How do y'all think they was paying their bills before? If she couldn't pay her bills before you don't need to deal with her because there's obviously something going on there. Right? So you don't have to come in 1 month, 2 months to save the date. Now, once she earned it and it's a couple months go by, yeah, you can let go on the leash a little bit, help her out a little bit. Hey, if you know what I'm saying, here go a gift, this and that. But she's earned it. But guess what? I guarantee this. Ain't no chick in DR that's out here working, trying to work for money, trying to get over on America, trying to put you on payroll or any of that stuff. Ain't none of them lasting 6 months. That is a wrap.
No.
And if they do, it might be high by here and there. I'm talking about texting you, calling you every day, and you not sending no money, and that's what she wants. Oh, you can forget it. They not patient like that. They not even patient like that.
What? Bro, I've had Dominican women text me like, "What's it no está en el país? Like, you're not in the country anymore." And I'm like, "Nope." And like, "Are you coming back?" And I'm like, "Visit, maybe, live, nope." And that's the last time I hear from them.
Bro, they not
going to the next.
Yeah, they're not wasting their time texting you, calling you, video chatting you.
Conversation, how you doing?
Yeah, by month 2, no, forget the month 2. By the 3rd month and 4th month, oh, forget about it. Forget about it. If you're not coughing up no money, they're gonna be like, "Oh, this dude, he's El Cheapo, he's tacaño, he's cheap."
I remember, man, you guys messed the game up so bad. I remember one time, this chick that I had in Santo Domingo hit me up. She's like, "Hey, I need $100," and I'm like, "I'm not your father. I'm not your boyfriend. Why are you asking me for $100?" She's like, "Oh, you're the cheapest American I know." She's like, "I can text other Americans on my WhatsApp. They'll send me the money, but you never give up anything." This is the standard y'all putting out here.
Bro,
this is the standard, bro. And the point Dre made earlier about how people are scared of us here. True talk, right? Or hey, remember the girl I told you I was kicking it with last week? You know, we went out and all this stuff. So she texted me today, right? And she was like, you know, I was telling my mom about a little bit about you, and she's like so excited on like, you know, on the things that I've said and this and that. And she asked me, "What state are you from in Brazil?" And she mentioned it to me before. She was like, "Listen, I mentioned my mom about you that we went out, we're going out, but I'm not gonna tell her you're American yet." Why? And I'm like, "Why?" She's like, "There's this preconception of American men."
I already know.
Yep. And not even just American men. She's like, just with the culture in America. She's like, the way you guys' culture is, you could look at a Brazilian and say like, "Oh, Brazilians are like too open or too crazy or too slutty and and we don't want to go through that. We're just happy and open." And then today she's like, "Yeah, I told my mom you're American," and she's like, she's like, her mom made like, you know, the shock emoji face.
Yeah,
and
that's what happened to me.
Yep.
Andrea, for the first couple of weeks, she didn't tell anybody I was from. She tried to pretend like I was from here, but everybody was like, his facial features. She said, and he's too tall, and he's solid. They were like, he ain't from here. But she said the first couple of weeks she tried to sell it because she was embarrassed to be dating an American. So when dudes sit back and think that it's a badge of honor for a lot of these women, she was like, she didn't want anybody to tell her, "Well, you know, Americans are known for this, that, and this. It ain't going to be." So to keep those headaches down, she either didn't say anything the first couple of weeks, or she or she would just pretend like I was from, like I say, pretend like I was from there, and or I had been living there for a while, because she knew, Colombians know that reputation that Americans have. We in, we out, we dirty, we treat people wrong. Her dad was like, after talking to him for a while, he was like, I thought you were another rude American. He said, because Americans are rude, y'all loud, y'all slam the car door, y'all don't respect when y'all in the crowd, y'all still talk loud, like ultra loud, and everybody else can be quiet, and y'all still so loud and rude, and if somebody tries to correct you, you don't want to hear what somebody has to say. And so all these things, it took him to be comfortable with me as a person to understand that not all Americans are like that. If I hadn't set the example, Andrea and her family would have still thought that Americans are the way that we act on YouTube, and then you see it on TikTok, World Star, and airports and all that stuff, and on planes, and acting the dang fool. So yeah, I kid you not, Chop. I went through the same thing, brother. Andrea was not. It was not ooh, I got an American, look at what I got. It was like, should I tell him? Should I tell my family that he American? Oh,
Yep.
let me pray about this first.
But
And
that's
she
a
told
thing.
me.
And
That's
sorry,
another.
that's you guys. That's the difference, Dre, in the type of women we're coming across.
I
So
was about to say that.
where it's like, yeah, you're dope, but no,
Yeah.
Slow it
I'll
But-
wait.
That's what I was about to say too, Chop. Normally when I talk to a guy, they say the top three things they say is, oh, they're a church girl, all right. They got a job, oh, all right, and they want me to meet the family. Usually when chicks want you to meet the family nice and quick, bro, the family not on your side. If they want you to meet the family, because based off of Americans, we think in the States, oh, once you meet the family, you serious, this and that, that and that. So that's just easing you into the job that they need you to fulfill. A chick that is stable, established, and like she's not on that, she's gonna do what Andre did. Oh, now hold on, take your time, take your time. You ain't meeting my family, because guess what? Every American that passed by here, every dude that passed by here, they don't come to meet my dad, and I don't need my kids to help me butter you up, right? But if they wanted them bottom level joints, within a week, they want you to come sit in a house and eat and this and that, see this. And dudes don't be catching on. They be like, oh, we must be in a real relationship. I'm meeting this person, I'm meeting that person. Man, depending on that person, they don't give a damn who you meet, long as they get that check.
That's for real. The family be in on it.
Check. The kids, you're gonna feel bad for the kids. The kids help them get that check.
Man, bro, they use the kids as
come on, bro. You gotta be smart. Oh, she want me to meet the family. I'm like, meet the family. How long you known her?
Her kids call me dad.
2 months. Yeah, 2 months, man. We be kicking it with, bro. That's part of the game. So I'm not saying, just like all of us, that it's every single case, because every single case ain't like that. Obviously, we're talking about the mass majority. We're talking about if you hit enough of the checks, enough, maybe it's time to hit the brakes, or maybe it's a red flag. You need to be like, all right, I was gonna start giving her money in this month, but hold up, let me slow it down a little bit. Because just because she might vibe with you that well that she like, hey, come on over, but just take your time. You hit enough of them checks, you better take your time.
I saw a comment earlier. Someone said that guys don't want to take their time because they know that
somebody else in line. They know what?
He said, seems like these guys are rushing because they don't live in these countries and are just visiting.
Yeah.
Then you shouldn't be trying to do something serious. Just stick with your party girls. Keep your butt in Sasua and don't try to venture off. We talking to guys that like Jorge said, we're talking to two groups of guys: the guys that want to party, be safe, be wise, and the dudes that are looking for a relationship. But here's the problem that Jorge and Chop and I are talking about. You dudes keep trying to make party girls into a girlfriend. That's the problem. You keep trying to make pay for play into just for play. That's that's the problem. She is who she is. If you just on vacation, you right, brother. If you just on vacation, you have your fun. Realize what you in. Stop looking for a boo if you know that you ain't gonna be in that country on a regular basis for anything serious anyway. Stop playing that. Just go get your party girls, have fun. But y'all want to take party girls and make them and try to mold them into girlfriends. And when it don't work, you want to blame all of DR. Man, DR women ain't no good. They all want money. Well, who are the women that you went after for? Sewer women. Okay. And how long were you there? 3 days. Okay. And where'd you meet her? In the club. So you met a club party girl. You try to turn her into a girlfriend in 3 days. That didn't work. And so you blaming all of the island for what you couldn't accomplish in 3 days. That's your fault.
And that's the part that I don't like. That's the part I don't like. We do all the mistakes. We don't do our due diligence. We both pass all the flags, and then all women in DR ain't shit. No, that's a lie, yo. Yo, I have a couple joints on my team that I have yet taxi. That's it. Taxi. Come over, cook, clean. Hey, this and that. I was sick the other day. Come on. Chop seen it. My leg hurting me. Hey, you want me to take you to the emergency room? This and that. Like, no money exchange. If I like you, I withhold. That's what I do. That's what I do. I know that the big thing is, oh, they just want you for your money. Okay, but guess what? It's like Dre said. I'm not afraid of a chick deleting me. I'm not afraid of a chick blocking me because I'm not fulfilling her need. I'm not afraid of a chick walking away because I understand that there are plenty more. So, I mean,
plenty.
If I like her, I withhold the money. Not that you're not a gentleman. You're a gentleman. You come into town. Dre, you're never going to be a bill to a woman. I can tell just by talking to you. You're never going to be a bill to her. No. Being a gentleman is not being a bill to the woman. Yo, I'm going to be in town for 4 days, 5 days. I want to have a good time. You know, here you go. If you want to have her, you know, you going to an all white party, all black party. You going to one of those balls that Dre talking about.
Fundraising dinners, yeah.
Fundraising dinner. Guess what I'm gonna do? Hey, you know, this is my 3rd or 4th trip. You seem like you can speak well. You can carry yourself well. I know you ain't gonna come in there with a pound of makeup on your face looking crazy. Hey, here go a couple dollars, go to the salon. Here go a couple dollars, go get your nails done. Here go a couple dollars, get your outfit on. Because that's a bill that I created. We go out to the resorts. I'm going to take care of that. That's what gentlemen do. What I'm not going to be is she my girl and I'm your trick daddy. That ain't going to happen. If it's business or pleasure. If it's business, I know how to swim in them waters too. Trust me, I'm good with it. Them tender joints, this and that, I can swim in those waters. But if I see qualities in her that I'm like, damn, she seemed pretty good. Okay, you only know people through tough times. That's one thing that I've always learned. If you have a chick living in a resort, vacation islands, and you paying them and it's all comfortable, you don't know who she is when them tables turn. So me, I'm gonna rattle the cage at the beginning instead of rattling the cage at the end. No, for real. That's what I do, Dre. I rattle the cage at the beginning. I don't want to be 6 months, a year in, 2 years in, and then rattle the cage and see everything go to shit. And then I'm like, God damn, I bought the chick a car. I did this, I did that.
Right.
Rattle that motherfucking cage at the beginning. And shit fall apart, you ain't even invested into the joint. So ain't nothing. No problem. That's what I do, me personally.
I like that. I
Nah,
like that.
nah.
Listen, yeah, I got a lot to learn from these two gentlemen, right? You got the married side from Dre, and you have the single side from Jorge.
Mhm.
And the
Hey, but
one
Chuck,
thing,
before I get off this joint, man, play that last video so we can be in the bag, yo. You got it. And this helps with confidence. When you in your bag, when you on your shit and you success, and just getting off that plane just makes you like walk a little, should just make you walk a little different because you're in the top 10%. But if you was in your bag in the States and then you come over here and you like, hold up, I made what? And like Dre say, a damn senator made what? Oh, I'm feeling extra sexy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you definitely gotta like be in your bag or be in a positive place. And I promise you, people gravitate to good shit.
Yep.
I think a man needs to be on his purpose first too.
Exactly.
And you got to be on your mission. Your mission got to be first, and your purpose got to be first. You know what I'm saying? And you can't put anything in front of your mission and your purpose and your dreams. And you can't, you know, what you don't want to do is put yourself in a position where you're tiptoeing and crawling behind a woman who you love, as opposed to putting your mission and your purpose first. Because if you put your mission and your purpose first, you'll be able to take care of your family. You'll be able to take. That's why, like on a plane, they say put your oxygen mask on.
Yeah, it cut out. Can you hear me, Dre?
I can hear you.
Yeah, so when you get off the plane, put your oxygen mask on first. Before you try to save the world and save these women, save yourself. Make sure you are all the trauma that we deal with in the States. Because there's no reason, like Dre said, a dude's justifying why he can't find a decent woman because they don't have good jobs over here, or he needs to be messing with, like you say, Dre, all the time, the bottom of the barrel. Like, come on, bro. You don't need to be in that. You know,
It's so crazy, man. So crazy.
yeah, man. That money, yeah, Rick. Hey, that rattle that money cage a lot. Hey, you'll notice in these countries that cage weak as shit. That cage,
I like that.
that cage is worse than man. That cage made in China for real, yo. You blow on that cage too hard and not send that money. Them women are run. Some women like that are running. Not all, some though.
That's so true. So true. And that's the important part in regards to making these decisions. I mean, and brothers sit back and they watch us on the live streams, and we well, you guys make it sound like it's so easy. It is that easy to not be stupid.
It is.
It really is that easy to not be stupid and naive. We just gave you some tips on what to look for in a woman. You just sat up here in the last couple of hours, watched us give you tips on what to look for. We gave you tips in regards to how to rattle the cage early, hold back on the money. We also talked about, hey, in Colombia, I noticed that women that wear sundresses and wear skirts, the flower skirts aren't the ones that's out there getting dudes. So when you come to Colombia, you might want to sit back and not walk past the women that's wearing the skirts from now on, or the women that's wearing the sundresses. You might want to start hollering at some sundresses from now on instead of hollering at the ones that got the big booty jeans on every time. I mean, some of the most elegant, ladylike women that you'll see down here in Colombia wear the nice sundresses or those long dresses that go all the way down to the floor with the flowers and or whatever designs on there. You will see that down here, but you guys look past those women all the time. If you see a chick with an iPhone and she 22 years old, bruh, her credit rating ain't that good. Not at 22, what she take it from me. I went to go. I went to go use my, because I'm building my credit here in Colombia. So I was like, okay, instead of just paying cash for it, let me go ahead, because this is about 1,200, right? This that Samsung the 22 Ultra, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, okay, $1,200. Okay, it's for business anyway. Okay, cool. And I said, but I do want to build up my credit. So I said, let me use my credit. So, but my credit line is still building. The average person, if you got a 22-year-old and she got one of these, that's a red flag. She ain't got a credit record like that yet.
Or
If
she
grown
living by
Andre,
herself.
thank
How
you.
she
In the
living by
amount of money
herself?
that I make, if I couldn't get it by way of credit, go ahead, pay cash. There is no way in the world your girl at 22 should have an iPhone that's $1,200. You see what I'm saying? That's what my point is. But
Jay,
you
they
guys
don't,
aren't listening to these tips that we giving you. We giving you
fellas,
before you get off the plane. Go ahead, Chop.
fellas, they don't even know in these countries those phones actually cost more
More
than
than
what
in the
you would
States.
pay in the
Yes, they
States.
do.
So that should
Yes, they
be
do.
two red flags. That should be signaling the plane. Like, how is somebody able to afford something that's double, triple market price? We could buy
Absolutely
those.
correct.
We could buy these phones in these countries, but I would never. I would rather go back to the States and buy electronics instead of buying electronics here in Brazil or in Colombia or in DR. Now, how you think these 22-year-olds, 25-year-olds that either don't have a job or they working at the supermarket at the
Between
store,
jobs.
in between jobs, online clothing stores on Instagram, how you have
Living
a
by themselves. You know how expensive furniture and TVs, electronics is in the damn DR? You got to put 3 months deposit. How the hell is a woman living by herself with no job? She should be living with her parents, but she
Yep.
don't want to live with her parents. Oh my God.
These dudes just do not get it. They just do not get it. They just get off the plane so green. And I'm
Yo,
talking about in this age, a chop, and there's no age difference. Dudes that they could be Austin age 23 green, or they could be my age and they could be 53, 54, getting off that plane green in a mug and be so lost and think that you can't tell them nothing. They know about travel. I'm ex-military. Oh, and those are the easiest ones to get. Cause
oh,
y'all let y'all guards down because y'all been traveling y'all whole time. So y'all so quick to let y'all guards down because y'all have been in so many countries. You don't think you need to have your guards up. And man, these women down here, like I said, in Colombia, these women, these ain't like special ops young ladies that's been trained and they take 4 years out of their life to go through special courses and classes on how to con an American. These be regular, everyday, back alley, beautiful women. And these women get over on y'all ex-military special forces dudes all the time. I'll be rolling like, how the hell can somebody with no education coming from the smallest farm chicken town in Colombia who just finished the only job she ever had was working in a sugarcane field. And because she's so sexy and beautiful and got the long Afro-Colombian afro, this chick getting $1,000 a month from you, Mr. Ex-military special ops. I got my full 100% benefits. You dudes are clowns.
But Dre, she had me at Ola, bro.
oh
She
my
called me Poppy. She
You
said,
know,
oh, here's the one to get me. This is my favorite one.
oh my God.
Amor.
Church girl.
Dude, amor in Spanish is a slang word. I hear women, dude, you can say amor. It's like saying love or babe.
Yes.
You say that to your waitress.
Yes.
Women down here say it to their dog. They say amor to their dog.
And
Me
jokers be
amor.
happy about it. She called me baby. She called me my love.
Call
Oh
me
my
Pop.
God. You like, dude, are you freaking serious? You sending out $1,000 because she said amor amor
Yo,
mio. You like,
Never even, bro. Dre, $1,000 never even met her, haven't even hit yet.
it
Like Jorge
never
say,
met her.
you don't know if it's stink, you don't know if it's a loosey goosey, like throwing a hot dog down a hallway, and you just putting her in apartments, in cars,
yo,
sending money.
that
But
joke is so funny, yo. You like you said the amor, right? Because my boy was like, yo, I thought this girl was so religious because she go to church, twice a week, this and that, that and this, right? So he said she must be praying to the devil because she's the devil, right? Because I was like, yo, do you know in most of these countries are Catholics, right? They're Catholic, but they all pray different ways. Don't you know, like in Mexico or whatever, they
Right.
pray to
That's
El
right. That's right.
Chapo and
That's
stuff. They
right.
got, bro, just because she goes to church don't mean it's the same church values as back in the state.
Man,
That
these
church
people
is
be
so,
having me rolling
yo,
and be
it's like,
mad at us for laughing.
No, we're gonna keep laughing, and that's why we gonna talk if it's scam versus stupidity. And Scam lost this argument tonight.
Yeah.
People, it's just stupidity.
Yeah.
Y'all just hopping on these
It's
planes.
just straight stupidity. And they ain't scamming you. You just straight stupid.
yeah, man.
Playing stupid. Go ahead. Give $600 to strangers. Most of y'all sending monies to dudes. Y'all getting catfish, but we ain't
Oh,
gonna get
that's
it.
a fact.
We ain't gonna get it. We ain't gonna get it. 'Cause
Talk about that one.
I need a closer. I just got a phone call telling me I need to head over to Augusta. So,
Yo, that's a
fellas.
fact. Some people sending money to people that they don't even know. Hey, man, my closing thing is this.
Yeah.
Know what you want. If you want something fun, fast, and furious, the dating apps, the fantastic. If you want to date a real relationship type situation, do not involve money. They was taking care of their bills before you. They will be taking care of their bills after you. You don't want somebody to want you for what you can give them. You want somebody to want you for who you are. So
Absolutely.
withhold the money for some time, at least 6 months, and then you will see a lot of people will fall by the wayside. But like we and Dre said, you're okay because you still have your fun side to keep you entertained. You have your fun side to keep you entertained, but then your serious side, that's where you date serious.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Jay,
that's
what
my
was it?
closing. My closing is I agree with everything that Jorge said. There we go. He said it all. He's absolutely correct. Have your fun girls, nothing wrong with that. But if you got some serious girls, cool, and never shall the two meet. Don't make the mistake of trying to make a fun girl into a serious girl, because you know you're gonna do yourself a disservice. But great live stream, Chop, like always, man. Anytime you need me here, especially when you're here with Jorge, man, I already know it's gonna be on. But thank you for inviting me on, man.
Yeah, thanks for coming, brother. My closing statement is, like these gentlemen said, keep the fun, serious. Stop competing, gentlemen. Stop trying to go after each other's exes on an international scale. Y'all not rappers. Y'all don't need to date in the same circle. Stop throwing dirt. If you aren't sure about who you're dating because you found her in a sketchy area, I would say go ahead, post her online, see who bites on the bait. If it bites on the bait, like Jorge said earlier, then you go through the motions on, how you want to handle that. But I need you guys to hit up those cash apps scrolling along the bottom. If we change your life tonight, if we saved your life tonight, I know a lot of y'all like, I'm gonna hit her up tomorrow. I ain't paying her rent.
Nah, don't hold up real
I-
quick. Don't do that, fellas. If you already at Western Union, Poppy, yo, start in March. At least give them the heads up.
Start in March.
Nah.
Say, go ahead and pay this month's rent off.
Jorge don't want to
She's
save
a
y'all
good
money.
joint. She gonna be mad. Anybody gonna be
Jorge
mad.
don't want to save y'all money. I'm gonna save y'all money. Hit me up with a consultations. Yo, if y'all really want to book something, like put some cookie on layaway, send me that 700. I'll make sure. I will go door to door on a video call to make sure. Hey, you home? He want to know if you home. Send me that 700. Y'all dishing out so easily in these international countries. Yeah, if y'all want to do that, but
easily.
I hope we motivated y'all to make that call tomorrow. Like, hey, listen, I'm canceling the car. I'm returning the iPhone 14. No, I'm not sending your kids to summer camp. You're not getting the Christian Louis Vuittons. No, because I watch Dre, I watch Jorge, I watch Chapapa, and what I'm doing is wrong. I know you just with me for the money. So listen, y'all, get started bright and early in the morning. It's the 31st. Rent due tomorrow. Some places today. And y'all already know. Have a good night.